babies! We ready to roll?
Broadcasting live from the internet, it's Tuesday night, and this is the Panels on Pages podcast.
Big boys playing with big toys.
This is quality content.
The boomers are into it.
Hey man, I just show up.
With your hosts, Lee Rodriguez.
I am a visionary. Like, oh, you have a podcast? I'm like, no, that's not me. That's somebody else.
Jason Knize.
Yeah, sure. I'm not getting any vegetables in my diet. I'm just a thick boy.
Jose Guzman.
Is Jose on the show tonight?
He says he's coming.
It's like Elton John all over again, just minus the death threats.
Kelly Harris.
Reach your hand in your pants there, big boy. That's not me. I don't sound like that anymore.
And our good buddy Mahoney.
And Mahoney's here. What's up, Mahoney?
We can do just glorious, wonderful things on our phones, people.
No one's ever done anything like this before.
It's gonna be massive.
It's going to be great. I mean, obviously, I think it'll be great.
And it's all killer, no filler.
My seat's on fire! Your dick's so hot!
Come on. It's so good.
It's pretty good. It's there. It's reliable. You know what you're getting every single time.
Man, I'm so glad you found us.
You're all terrible people, and I'm glad you're my friend.
Put that in the intro.
That's really funny.
Over 500 episodes, and you'd think they'd have the hang of it by now.
It seems like the concept that would run its course very quickly. What is happening, everybody? Today is Tuesday, August 4th, still 2020, and this is episode number 523 of the Panels on Pages podcast. I'm your host, the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez. Joining me tonight, we got Mr. Jason Knize.
Ed Flesh.
Jose Guzman.
I have a fan on my nuts right now.
Hey, living the fucking dream. I love it. Kelly Harris is here.
FedEx die, bitch.
And Mahoney.
I'm also a fan of Jose's nuts.
Do you guys see the president waving papers around like a 7th grader bullshitting his way through a book report on TV last night?
Oh my God. Embarrassing.
It's so embarrassing.
I regret watching that video. Seriously.
It's so embarrassing.
Yeah, I didn't watch that because I knew it was just going to upset me.
Yeah, exactly. The tweet said, I need everyone to watch this video. And it was just like, why?
Look, man, we all know what it is.
Yeah.
We might not know exactly what it is, but we know what it is.
Yeah, like I need zero more evidence that I don't care for him. You know,
In fact,
I'm sold.
Give me less evidence.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. It's like everyone has to watch this video, and it's like, the president having a very measured conversation where he presents rational facts and figures. You're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Like, what?
And it was on this day that he truly became president.
I would just assume that it was that dude from that movie.
Yeah. He's like, it took me a while, but I finally got the hang of
it. It's a bold new world, you guys.
Yeah, you said in the intro that it's still 2020, and I tell you what, these last couple months, like June, July, August, have been blowing by. Before you know it, it's going to be coronavirus Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh.
Have a coronavirus Christmas.
It's lovely. It's good. It'll be good. They're already
talking under bleach bottles instead of mistletoe.
Already bitching about losing Halloween. It's like, look, man, if y'all want to have Halloween, you should have thought about that in April.
Mm-hmm.
Man, yeah, they took Halloween from us a while ago. Trick or treat ain't the same.
Get the hell out of here with a trunk or treat. Come on now. It's not.
Yeah.
Trunk or treat.
Yeah, the thing they do around here in particular, like, well, they just, instead of having people like trick or treat going door to door or whatever, they just churches do it a lot, I guess. And so people just bring their cars and they, decorate their trunks or whatever, and the kids just do a lap around the parking lot, and that counts as Halloween.
Yeah, it's really weird that the thing that they warned us about when we were kids is something that they're just doing in the open now, trying to lure kids into trunks of cars.
Yeah, there's definitely a piece of that for sure.
Man, one Halloween, my dad fucking pretended like, we were going to go trick-or-treating. We were all going to dress up. And then he pretended to, like, throw a fit and was like, fuck this. I'm not doing Halloween. So, we all kind of walk out, and meanwhile, all of a sudden, some fucking crazy werewolf jumps out the tree, scares the shit out of everybody. He laughed his ass off. While we're all pouting, he went in and put on a fucking, dressed up all werewolfy, went outside and hid in a tree. Fucking madman.
That's great.
That's
using your dad's normal emotional abuse to trick you.
Yeah.
Well, Dad's on one of his fucking fits
He's
again.
tripping again. Watch out. It was like, oh, no,
great.
just a full moon. He turned into a wolf. But it was pretty cool. We used to play Darkman. This was back when kids played on the street.
Mm-hmm.
All the kids from the street, we'd go out at night and played Darkman. Our friend Isaac would dress up as Darkman and fucking hit that. We'd all play hide and go seek tag.
That's pretty cool.
No fucking comment.
I got you, guys.
Hey, man. Wild times back on the day.
How
of
do
23rd
you
Street.
play Darkman?
He dressed up as the character Darkman.
Okay,
And
but,
it
like,
was
how do
tagged.
you-
So he was it. So he was it, and we all had to hide. And Darkman was coming to get you. Watch out. He wanted his revenge, and if he caught you, you were dead, and you were out of the game.
And then the only way to win is to cut off one of your friend's fingers with a cigar cutter.
There you go.
That's the only way to win Darkman.
Exactly. It was pretty cool. It was just nighttime hide and go seek.
The key to playing Darkman was pushing down Two Finger Joe.
Oh my god. So let me tell you what happened Friday. So we had a couple friends over on a Friday, being very responsible. These are all work from home people. We're not exposing me. These are appropriate, responsible gabbings. Ain't no dummies.
Spitting in each other's mouths.
Stepping on each other's balls.
But that's fine. There's nothing wrong with a good ball stomping. A ball stomp ain't cheating. And so I don't know if every dog is this way, but our dog Buster has a horrible habit. He'll just scratch the back door, let him out. Scratch the back door, let him in. Scratch the back door, let him out. I don't know, about 87 times a day. It is the worst. Boy, would I not have pets were it up to me. But it's not. So I got some pets.
Whoa, hold on. We got to recap how many pets you have currently.
Well, right now we just got the dog and the 2 cats.
Okay.
So we've downsized significantly, but the
Get rid of
dog
the
is
bird.
annoying, and the cats, it doesn't matter. You can have the coolest, most awesome cat in the world. It's still gonna shit in a box in your house. It's terrible. I don't understand it. I don't know why people do it.
Mine
doesn't make
shits in 2 boxes in the house.
It doesn't make sense. That's twice as many boxes to clean.
Because he's
3.
blind as fuck, so we gotta have 2 boxes for him now.
3 boxes over here, but the cat's totally fine. She can see. She's just picky.
Oh. Yeah, no, good old blind, deaf grandpa sometimes gets confused and pees in the living room because he can't find his litter box.
Aww.
Yeah, so we had to get him a living room one, and now that's fixed.
So at about midnight, we're doing this cycle, and he scratches, and I open the door to let him back inside from the outside. And this moth flies in the house, and immediately flies into my friend Jamie's ear and disappears behind his eardrum.
Oh,
Like-
no.
No. Nope.
It comes in from the window, from the door. I don't see it because I'm looking at Buster, but everyone else watches this big-ass moth, this dive-bomb directly into our friend's ear canal and stay there.
What? What?
And so, yeah, it gets worse. So he's freaking out
How?
because obviously he's freaking out, And he's like, I can feel it in me, and it's wiggling. And we're like, oh shit. And so we're like, and so his wife almost pisses her pants laughing until she realizes what a serious thing this is. And the plan is to try to flush it out with peroxide. We don't have any peroxide, so they're like, okay, we're gonna go home and do this. And I'm like, don't go home, go to the hospital. There's a thing in his head. there's a living creature in his head. You should go to the hospital, but they don't. Instead, they go home and they drown this thing, and they come back. And the next day, they go to urgent care and they pull a 1-inch long moth out of this man's head.
Oh my god.
So as horrible as that sounds, right? There are 2 people that I've spoken to, no, 3 people I've spoken to about this since then, who have either had it happen to them or have known somebody to have it happen to them. And I'm just like, how is this a common thing that bugs are just fucking flying into people's ears and staying there? Like, I don't want to live in a world where that's a common practice.
No.
I'm horrified.
Yeah, I kind of want to end the show right now.
I'm
kind of
appalled.
Dude, oh yeah, it fucked me up for hours.
My spirit is broken. I don't know.
I can't. Yeah, and I told Nicole, I'm like, hey man, he's a better man than I am, because the only reason we're making any kind of a stop before we go to the hospital to take care of this would be to get some fucking clean drawers where I'd shit in my pants because of the thing in my head. Like, we're not going home first. Like, there's no way we're going home first.
Yeah, once that moth flies into your ear, that moth has taken over your body.
Yeah, no, that's gonna pilot you around now.
Yeah, he was like touching kind of like halfway down his neck, and he was like, I feel it here. And I'm like, oh god.
No.
Like, oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah.
They make movies that start like that.
Yeah.
They sure do, Jose. They sure do.
All right, I'd like to ask you guys that if that ever happens to me, I want to be put down. Just to be
Yeah. Frankly, if I was over at your house, Lee, and that shit happened to me, I would not come to your house ever again.
It was fucking crazy. And it got crazy because on the same night, like an hour and a half later, Buster goes in, Buster goes out, Buster goes in, Buster goes out. Buster comes in, and he has been sprayed by a fucking skunk in our backyard.
no.
So,
and here's the thing. You've all driven by an exploded skunk, right?
Yeah.
Or skunk, so you're familiar with the smell. And here's the thing. It smelled like that at first, but then it changes on you. And it smells like skunk and also like burning rubber. So it smelled like we summoned a demon in the living room. Like it was absolutely horrendous.
Yeah, you summoned Mothra.
Did you play Black Sabbath backwards?
And we didn't, and it was so powerful and so overwhelming that like logic said it had to be the dog, but everything smelled like it. So when you smelled him, it didn't smell any more or less like it. So I spent like an hour walking around like, where's it coming from? Smelling like the vents, making sure that something didn't get under the house and die or something. And then we figured out it was definitely him. And, you know, he and I have a long-standing love-hate relationship. But I will say it was pretty pitiful making him sleep outside that day. He's never slept outside. He was very whiny and sad. And I'm like, no, fuck you. You gotta do that. So we had to get some special shampoo and give him like 3 baths outside. It was a whole fucking thing. It was just...
What the fuck did I do, man?
Yeah, and he's just like,
He's like,
I'm the victim here.
like, you can't make me sleep out here. This is where the moths are.
Yeah. Like, have you seen the size of my ears? I'm a dog. They're huge. They're just targets.
2020, we got to deal with coronavirus, murder hornets, the fucking police are rioting, and now we got to worry about moths flying into our ears.
Kamikaze moths. I've never seen anything like it in my life. Like, it was extremely upsetting. Like, I did not care for it one goddamn bit. It was awful.
Sure, it wasn't a tiny drone. That's how they're coming for us.
Ooh, I mean, they already got birds out there being drones.
Piloted by Martin Short lookalikes.
You know what?
Come on.
I don't know that it wasn't that.
I'm just saying.
It's fucking terrible.
You know, let's see where we all stand. Birds, real, yes or no?
I mean, they're definitely real.
Which type of bird?
Birds are fake.
Geese are definitely real, Kelly.
I don't consider geese birds.
Okay, well, that's an interesting...
There's something else.
thing to do.
There's something else entirely.
He took that stance. He said, you know what? Fuck geese.
They're their own
You are
kind of
off
monsters.
The bird list.
Kelly's like, I'm sorry, those are dinosaurs. Those do not count.
That's,
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Me and Kelly going to do a podcast where he just de-birdify other birds.
Yeah, you ask me what I think about a bird, and I tell you whether it's real, fake, or
just not a bird.
Get the fuck out! Yeah, get the fuck out of here. You cool.
All right, what about
Fake.
that seagull that ate the rat?
Oh, seagulls are rats.
Yeah.
They're the rats.
You know
with
what?
the-
I got no hole in that logic.
Yeah.
So what are pigeons then?
Pigeons
Oh,
are
it's-
fake. Pigeons are
Pigeons
fake.
are fake.
They're all drones.
Drones.
Because it's-
Okay, I was
because
going to
it's
ask.
too much time on
Drones.
YouTube.
Yeah,
So
no,
that
they're
makes-
all drones to spy on us.
So all the shit that they leave, that's just like the oil of the drones. That
Yeah.
just means they spied on you even more. The
Yeah, you
more
got to
shit
keep
on
them
your
greased up
windshield.
on the inside.
The more they listen to you.
Yeah.
Imagine being so fucking stupid that in a day and age where everyone is carrying around a GPS, a camera, and a microphone to be like, they're watching us through the birds.
Yeah.
The pigeons, they're not real.
How else would they be able to do it?
Yeah. How else will they be watching us?
Honestly, when's the last time you went outside and saw a bird? I don't even know if I would remember.
I see.
I
all
s- I
kinds
see
of birds.
birds all the
I got a
time.
balcony
All the
right
time.
by
Yeah.
right by my right in the office. So
You
I
got
guess you guys
people
are
in your
paying-
neighborhood eating all the birds, Mahoney?
You're
Yeah, I
paying
mean,
too
yeah,
much
now
attention.
you got me
Who's paying
questioning.
attention to birds?
Am I really looking at birds? Are these
No.
real birds? Am I looking at?
Tiny drones.
I believe it.
Oh, great. You broke Jose, Kelly.
Yay.
Shit, what else? Finished Persona 5 finally, and then I started Death Stranding, and I think I might hate it.
And dude, why? Like, I could have told you were gonna hate that game.
I feel
I'm a
like
big
I
Kojima-
remember you telling Lee that he would hate that game.
Yeah.
I'm a big Kojima fan. It does look spectacular. So we'll check it out. And turns out I don't know that I really love a game whose primary, like one of the primary mechanics is, oh, don't make it fall down. Because a lot of the game is like, you got to carry all these boxes on foot. Don't fall over. Don't break the boxes. And there might be some monsters along the way that you can't see and you can't fight. So you got to just walk slower with the boxes.
And be sure to cover
Oh.
your ears.
So the box is lava.
No, but
No,
the
box
rain
is not lava. Everything else is lava.
The birds
the
are
rain
lava?
is lava.
Or the bird's fake.
It's weird. It's very, very weird. And like,
You
feel like
baby
if it
start
were-
crying.
yeah, the baby started
And
crying.
what's the name of this game?
Death Stranding. It's the one that stars homeboy from Walking Dead,
Yeah.
Norman Reedus.
Yeah.
It-
The fucking
Yeah.
Kojima. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, it's fucking Metal Gear. Weird.
Well, it's
Name a
way
game he's a
weirder than
part
Metal
of that's
Gear.
not weird.
Yeah, but this is next level weird. Like
Next level
it's
weird.
one of those things where like
you
if this-
power up by drinking Monster Energy.
Yeah, that's true. But
Like,
I relate to
legitimate
that.
Monster Energy.
666. So sponsored by the devil.
But that would be like a thing that would kind of make sense in like a Grand Theft Auto. But this is a world where there's, nothing left.
Yeah,
just
it's like a
really-
dystopia, right? And you're just supposed to
But they
find
still got
Monster
sick-
Energy drinks.
No, they're just waiting for you at like all your safe houses, like with UPCs and the fucking ingredients and everything. Like, that's fucking stupid. And it's just even like the menus are really overly complicated. Like if this were a person, I think it would love the smell of its own farts. So I don't think I've got, whatever 30 hours it is in me. It's gotta hook me real soon. I'm tapping out. It's just too fucking odd.
That game came out, and I never really heard anything. Like I heard this big build up to it, and then it just kind of.
I heard some very, very mixed reviews. People either
Fizzled.
like it or they don't.
Yeah, I never heard any buzz after it came out. I just heard buzz before, so I assumed. And it's a
was like-
PlayStation
It
exclusive.
was like $25. Yeah, I got on a sale a while back, but still.
Yeah.
It looks so
but
pretty.
for $25, it's better than. I'd be pissed if I paid 60. 60, 70.
Yeah, I knew better than to do that. What else? Umbrella Academy Season 2. Started that with the kid. It's great.
See, I didn't even know that was out.
It just came out last week. Just
Okay.
came out last week. Kind of, the crux of the show, the season is they've been shot back into the 60s. That's where they went.
That's
Like
cool.
mild spoilers, I guess, but it's the first 5 minutes of the episode. And so they're trying to find each other because they go back to like the same place, the same alley. They all land in the same place, but like within 3 years of each other. So they're not at the same time. So they're trying to, the first couple episodes, and trying to get the gang back together. And they're in Dallas in the 60s, and so the Kennedy assassination is about to happen. But what if they stop it? Can they stop it? Should they stop it? All that shit. So that's fine. But there's a through line with Allison. So she shows up and she goes stumbling across the street into like the diner, and they're like, "This is a whites only diner." Like, oh shit, right? It's the 60s, and it sucks because of Dallas in the 60s. And so you catch up with her, and she's married this guy, and he's they're planning these demonstrations and all this stuff, and so the cops come and they bust in their place, whatever, and she meets up with some shitty Dallas white dudes, and it's like, your power is effectively mind control. You could solve every conflict by just being like, "Hey, I heard a rumor you weren't a racist dipshit anymore," and they'd be like, "Oh, hey, want to come over for dinner tonight?" But she just doesn't do that, and I'm not sure why she doesn't do that. It's a weird creative choice. I don't know. Maybe she's trying to preserve the honky timeline. I don't know, but it's like you're making some non-choices. And the new Transformers on Netflix is not very good.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I think Kelly and I both tried that one out, and it's a tough sit.
Not good.
No, it's
Even Will was bored by that. And he is 4.
Video you put, it looked like a video game.
Yeah, it looked like an
animated.
early 2000s video game.
Yeah.
like the backgrounds look cool. That's about all I can say about it.
The designs are great
until they start moving.
Yep.
And
whenever anything's static, it looks great.
So it works better as a comic book?
Yeah, but even then they do this shit in this that they did in the comic books where they like have all the weird like things the toys have to have on them on the characters. That's really stupid. It's like, I don't think that Optimus Prime, were he a real thing, would really have like 2 truck grills, right? One for the truck and one for his belly. Like it would just work, like. So don't make him have 2. I don't want to see one of the truck grills on a backpack on Optimus in a cartoon. It's fucking dumb. Like it's really weird.
Lee sent us this video of a bit from the Transformers Netflix show that I would like to share with you guys right now.
Yeah, that's why I gave it to you. I was hoping you would, because boy howdy,
look at his fucking.
What
waist.
is happening there? Look at his lower torso. Do it again. Look at his lower torso.
Look at him just.
What?
Oh, he is sassy as fuck.
Just wiggling.
Oh my god!
The best
it's
is
so bad.
when he turns, Lee reacts, but I thought it was Optimus.
He says, when you walk the runway, this is how you sashay.
Transformers shouldn't be fucking move around like Gumby.
No.
Oh, wait for it.
He's ready for
it.
TikTok. I'll
Wait
tell
for
you
it.
that.
And, I have built numerous, Optimus Prime models where, he moves with an incredible range of motion. You know what you can't do? Slosh his belly around and make him. It's so weird. It's just such a weird choice.
Lee, how many Optimus Prime models have you made where his hips don't lie?
One in particular, those hips don't lie at all. That first Flame Toys kid has got some hips and a really solid Robo-Dong on him. Very prominent crotch on that model. Very prominent crotch. Kelly knows what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Perfect.
Prominent crotch.
Yep.
And then last thing we'll talk about, kids went back to school yesterday. Got some real mixed emotions about that. It's good that they're back, but, I don't want either of them to die. And there's the chance that might happen, I suppose. That's a real fucking bummer.
Well, I mean, the odds are in your favor because apparently only 1 kid per school is supposed to die this year.
Okay, I mean, that's pretty good numbers, I guess. That's...
Roll them dice.
Yeah. I was talking to Nicole about that. Like, I just really don't want the kids to die. And then I realized, this is America, so they could die at a school any day, really.
Right, yeah.
And someone decides to shoot the fucker up, like...
I had that same revelation this week where I was like, it's not like we were ever safe at school.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
No.
Mary.
In fact, I'll go so far as to say I bet less kids die from the virus than they do
Than
in the
regular
average
school?
year of gun violence.
I just hope that if there are any shootings, that the shooter wears rubber gloves and makes sure to wash his hands when he's loading the gun.
Yeah.
It's the only thing responsible.
Yeah.
The only responsible thing to do. You got to look out for each other.
Yeah, Mary said she saw something that there, instead of, actually like preparing the school to be safe and healthy, they're hiring extra guidance counselors so that they can deal with the kids when one of their classmates dies, and
Jesus.
they can counsel
Jesus
them.
Christ. Jesus.
What did I say when this all started? That
Die
eventually.
FedEx, bitch, die.
Well, yeah, that too. But I said that eventually this would just get treated like gun violence to where people are dying needlessly, but there's nothing we can do.
Yep.
Just thoughts and prayers.
Yeah.
Just thoughts and prayers. That's all
Because
got.
we don't want to pay people to stay at home, because why would they work if we're paying them to stay at home? And we don't want to provide like childcare, because
No.
that's some fucking liberal bullshit. So just send them back, Let's send them all back, but make sure each one has a gun.
Yeah. Look,
There you
man.
go.
If you want to make an omelet, you got to crack a few eggs, and the omelet is the economy, and the eggs are your fucking kids.
Mhm.
Okay.
Let's get the fucking cracking, because that shit ain't a goddamn omelet.
And it's not an egg taco.
Fucking nuts. But I was pleased to see that the mask use, while not required for some fucking reason, you got to wear a mask to Walmart in this town, but not to go to school.
Well, it's Walmart nationwide.
Well, Lee, where if you make the school steps in to make you wear a mask, where do they draw the line? What are they going to do next? Decide what shirts and shorts and every other piece, haircuts. They're going to just decide what's appropriate and what's not appropriate?
Zoe's school has a specific rule so that boys can't wear basketball shorts because they get boners. Like, the kids can't wear basketball shorts because what if they get a boner? But you can't tell the same kid to wear a mask, apparently.
Oh, I mean, that would be definitely over the line.
So
Yeah.
what is the
It would
logic?
be as over the line as that kid's dick in his basketball shirt.
what
Just tucked up into the drawstring.
What is the logic of not wanting kids to get boners in their basketball shorts? Because you could
You don't
So
want
they just
anyone
don't want
to see
everybody
their,
to see
their-
it. Yeah.
You don't want anyone to see their dong.
So instead,
Yeah.
you want them to get boners in like super tight pants.
Yeah. It's just they can't have a bunch of kids going around pitching tents any more than you can have girls in tank tops. Because if the girls wear
right.
tank tops, the boys are going to get boners and they're going to pitch tents. It's a deadly cycle.
Yep.
Right.
Winter coats for everybody.
You can't be walking around in those basketball shorts with all those shoulders around. You're just going to be turned on all day.
Sports is
This is-
canceled. No more football pants. No more basketball
Madness.
shorts.
Madness.
I wear basketball shorts a lot, and
How many boners do you get a day?
Not
You get
a
more
whole
boners
lot.
than
Like,
take shits?
I get
What's
a
going on?
normal amount of boners, but like it's not all the time when I'm wearing basketball shorts. It's not like I slide them on and, oh, there's a boner.
Shit.
Well,
Put a
I'm
fan in
looking
front
at
of
a
you.
bunch
These
of,
shorts are so erotic.
Well, the problem is that you got your fucking basketball shorts on, but is Mary walking around in some provocative ass tank tops?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
I mean, and
You
I'll
wearing
bet on those
basketball
days,
shorts?
if we were to chart the boners, there's a direct correlation between shoulders and boners. I'm just saying.
But isn't part of the reason creeps wear sweatpants to the strip club is so that it's not only it's baggy so that they can get up all on there, but it's baggy so it kind of conceals stuff too. Maybe I'm
And
just
it's easier to free ball.
maybe I'm just
Yeah, I
not
thought,
up on
I thought
boner
that's why it was
technology.
just easier to free ball.
I mean, you could free ball anyway.
Yeah, but it's harder. I mean, but there's a lot more wiggle room, as they say.
Madness. So yeah, they don't have to wear a mat, but they are. I found out they are checking every kid's temperature as they walk in the door, which I do think
Wow.
is a good step. And if a kid has like even a hint of a fever, they put their ass in a separate room and they're like, "Come get your fucking spawn. He's got a 99-degree fever. Get the fuck out of here."
Oh, if a kid's smart, I'd be holding my forehead, making that shit real hot. I'd be I'd ask to sit in the back seat and sit with my head leaning on the back of the seat in front of me the whole time.
Our school is doing something with temperatures, I think, but they like flat out said they fully expect parents to just be dosing their kids up with Tylenol to get their fever down and then dropping them off anyways.
Wow.
Okay, here's the thing.
Perfect.
Let's say you do think that. Don't say that, because what if some shithead didn't think of it, but now they've thought of it?
Fair.
Like, oh shit, Tylenol?
Like, does that work?
I've just been using Vicodin.
Bing, bing, bing.
You mean I don't got to break into my stash? I can give them some over-the-counter shit?
Whole new world, guys. Unprecedented times.
Amen. 311. Never forget.
All right, Lee, I don't know if you necessarily want to show this or not, but talking about picking up your dirty-ass kids from school, not your dirty-ass kids. You sent us this picture.
Oh, yeah. So this was on the way to drop my youngest, my son off at the elementary school, dropping him off yesterday. We're rolling up, and that I see this bumper sticker on this truck. It says LGBT. I'm like, that's weird. That's not like a typeface I've ever seen before with this. And what's all this shit above it? What's going on? It's like I get closer, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that definitely is LGBT. Okay, and then up above there, okay, it's the Statue of Liberty and like an AK and a mug, and that's supposed to be the, oh god damn it, it's Liberty, guns, beer, and Trump. Son of a bitch. It is 7:15 in the morning, and I'm just pissed off already.
First day of school, you're sending your kids to the same school that this person is.
Yeah.
Oof.
And I thought about that a lot all day yesterday and into today, and I don't know who I hate more. The guy that was like, I got a fucking great idea for a sticker. Or the guy who's like, I got to buy that sticker.
Definitely the guy buying it.
That's a really nice sticker you got there.
You know the sad thing? He doesn't even know that's on there. It's that poor guy doesn't even know that sticker's there.
No,
he does.
He definitely does.
Yeah.
He probably bought at that sweet cracker emporium I saw last week. Seems like the kind of thing they'd sell there. Just saying. Fucking no. What's going on, Knize?
Well, shit.
How goes the hunt, sir?
Well, it's going so well that I made a sounder for this new segment that we're going to do every week.
Ooh.
Where are the turtles? Where are they?
So, yeah, the past week I've been mainly out turtle hunting. So we finished the show last week, and I woke my happy ass up at 8 the next morning and went out and hit 4 different targets, looking for these musical mutagen 4-pack, the Casey Foot Soldier animated. I'm looking for turtles, goddammit. Whatever you can give me. So I hit 4 targets. The only thing I saw that day was I come around it's a weird pleasure delay thing where I want to reveal the NECA section just as I get into the aisle. Like, I don't want to sneak a peek, so I choose an aisle to go down so that when I turn, that's when I'm going to see the whole display. And I fucking turn the corner, and I see the musical mutagen logo. So my heart starts to flutter. I start to panic.
Toy boner.
My fucking heart starts to beat fast. Then I realize
Basketball shorts are at full attention.
Yeah. I realize it's just the stupid fucking accessory pack.
I didn't even know they were selling that on its own.
Yeah, well,
Why would they, Kelly?
That was the deal from the start. Was the only way you could order it online was in a bundle with the 4-pack and the accessory pack, and then in stores you can buy them separately. But they only make the t-shirt I don't wear t-shirts anymore. I don't wear graphic tees anyhow. But they only made the t-shirt up to 2X. So I don't want this fucking thing. I don't want a t-shirt I can't wear. Some fucking guitar picks, a fake concert ticket. No thanks. Can I just have the figures, please? So yeah, that
and
was...
I say again, it would be a little different. Not great, but a little different if it actually said coming out of their shells.
Right.
Because at least that's a thing that you have like a fond memory of. You know what I mean?
Musical mutagen is so weird.
Yeah. We all know what it's supposed to be.
So do they not get the rights?
It's got to be
something like that.
The theory I saw floated was that coming out of their Shells tour was a Pizza Hut sponsored thing. So maybe Pizza Hut has the rights.
Really?
To it. But it's definitely a matter of they did not have the rights to it. So that they made some other fucking bullshit up. It's wild. So, no luck Wednesday, and then Thursday at midnight, the Toka and Razor pre-order started, and you know what? That shit went off. Well, I don't want to say without a hitch, because...
No, without a hitch, because I got it.
Yeah,
if
but...
I got it, that was without a hitch.
I was able to add it to my cart, but I wasn't... The checkout button wasn't working again. That's a thing that happens with these NECA pre-sales, is the fucking... You can't get to checkout because the button doesn't work. But eventually it did, and I got my Toka and Razor. I was not pleased to see that they charged me $22 shipping again, as they were trying to do with that Predator, but it's Toka and Razor. I get it. I'll fucking eat the $22. I'll just have to explain it to Mary in the morning. But I'm going to voice my displeasure, okay? I'm a white man on the internet. I have a platform. So I need to mention NECA Toys and tell them that this $22 shipping charge will not stand. For Toka and Razor, it's fine. I'll deal with it. But, if they release single figures in the future on NECA, I don't want to be paying $22 every time I want to buy a $30 action figure. So
you're gonna.
I expressed my displeasure in one of the threads where they were promoting Toka and Razor. And I said, got mine. $22 shipping to Florida is still insane. If that's the upcharge I have to pay for Toka and Razor, so be it. But it's going to kill me to have to plunk down $22 every time I want something off the NECA store. And this motherfucker... who we'll call Samurai, responds, would you prefer eBay scalping? Be thankful.
Be
blessed.
thankful.
Be thankful.
Suck on that boot.
Yeah. So I'm a very sensitive.
Let the dog in here.
I'm a very sensitive boy.
Basketball shorts.
When I get people in my mentions that I don't know telling me to be thankful, you better believe that I'm going and researching their fucking profile and see what's up. And this guy was just mentioning everybody that was complaining some way or another about shipping or the pre-sale as a whole. And, reply guy, and I get further down his feed, and it's just anti-gay, anti-trans, anti-black, comics gate, so on and so forth. So I respond to...
So just a real winner.
Yeah, just a real piece of shit. So I respond to him, okay, reply guy, and he hits me with the just saying, and I gotta hit him with the fucking SpongeBob gif, because I love it so much. And if we weren't sure that he was a piece of shit or not, he responded to SpongeBob gif with a Peppy Frog gif. Because of course.
That guy's definitely a piece of shit.
Definitely a piece of shit. Check him out. If you want to check this guy out, go to my my Twitter and look at my ats on some of my tweets, and you can find him if you really want to. But those types of piece of shits are a dime a dozen.
That's one of those things too, man. It's like, imagine being that guy. Imagine being so small and having nothing else to do in an age of goddamned wonders, mind you. Like, my kid the other day was like, I'm bored. I go, that's impossible. I haven't been bored in 20 years. Like,
right.
No, like, you can't be bored. You can't be bored. I forbid it. Right? Imagine having so little to do. There's like, I'm going to go in. I'm going to randomly yell at strangers about their opinions on toys like a big boy.
Tell them to be more thankful.
What a piece of shit.
It's really weird how sometimes when I get people in my mentions, when I go look at their profile, they're almost always right-wing pieces of shit.
Yeah, like you're never gonna. There are no like rational measured reply guys.
But like no, I actually did get like rational measured replies, and you know what? I didn't have to look at any of their profiles.
Right.
But if someone's being mean to me, I have to prove that I am in the right. So speaking of proving that I'm in the right, again, I said $22 for Token Razar. I'll deal with it, but I don't want to be charged $22 every time. And apparently, a lot of people were getting charged way too much for shipping, and it wasn't just me. And a lot of people were complaining at NECA.
Here's the thing, that's excessive and ridiculous. It really is.
It's absurd.
Yeah.
So NECA quote tweets somebody that says, "Hope it's worth it. Was some expensive shipping." And NECA says, "They're huge and heavy, and shipping costs are comparable to buying from others in this space. Super 7, Mezco, Sideshow, etc." And I've already got the receipts from when we were doing this with the Predator, that when I ordered that first Ninja Turtle set and the Street Diorama, they only charged me $16. When I ordered the Capture a Splinter set and my Grayscale Pennywise last year, I think it was $11. But just for the sake of argument, I figured, you know what, let me do some research. So I went to the Mezco site, and Kelly, you got that Mezco Dark Side, right?
Yes.
That big chunky boy. Lee, you said that he's actually made of stone in parts.
Yeah, polystone.
Yeah, he's made of polystone.
So I figured, okay, that's a good
Heavy as fuck.
That's a good measuring stick. So I'm gonna add the Mezco Dark Side to my cart, and I'm gonna put in my zip code, and I want to see how much they're gonna charge me on Mezco for shipping to ship the $180 112 Collective Dark Side. And it's $13.95. According to NECA, that's comparable.
Yeah. 22, 13, or 14. Really 14. 22, 14. That's close. It's real close.
So
it's only like 90% more.
for most of the night.
It's basically the same thing.
Yeah, basically. Like, what are you guys complaining about?
It's so close that if you were to pay them $14, they should probably just ship it because it's essentially the same.
Yeah. Also, we didn't mention that Jose and I live 30 minutes away from each other, and he got charged $5 less. So
yeah, but I'm $5. I'm $5 closer.
Because I found out today, because I actually got an email back from NECA. They distribute out of California, so I'm actually closer west than you are.
Yeah, but they got to go east first.
Right, they go over the ocean.
Yeah. So you're thinking they're coming across. No, they're coming around.
Yeah.
I think
because the Earth is flat, they have to go a certain direction.
I'm not sure if this was Friday morning or Saturday morning, but I had completely forgotten about this little argument. I had stopped getting at mentions, and then I get another one out of the blue. I had been done with this thing for hours. We'll call her Veronica. Veronica says, "Come on, dude, quit complaining. You know how hard it is to find their figures? Just be happy they did this. We've bitched enough, and now they did this with pre-orders, and you still complain. Enjoy it while we have it."
Suck on that boot.
Veronica...
Hashtag be thankful.
Veronica seemed level-headed enough, but still kicking me in the balls.
And Veronica does have a bit of a point, because these NECA launches are normally unmitigated disasters.
Yeah, no doubt.
At least you're able to get them.
And what time did it start?
It started at midnight.
And I got mine at like 12:35.
Right.
So,
and they're still up right now. If you want to token
be
Razar,
thankful.
They're still up right now. And somebody, I forget who it was, said to me, we can be thankful that they're doing this for us, and we can also be discouraged by the price of the shipping. The two are not mutually exclusive. So Veronica here, she seemed like a nice lady, blue hair, so I figured maybe on the liberal side. I go to her Twitter, and I'm scrolling through, and it's more reply guy stuff. Well, you don't often see a reply girl unless you're talking shit about Dean Cain. And I see this fucking gem on Veronica's...
She friends with her?
Well, I've been blocked, so I don't know. I see this fucking gem on Veronica's timeline. "Herman Cain was so dope. I loved hearing his perspectives."
Oh,
There
no.
it is. So dope, you guys.
If I had to pick one word to describe Herman Cain,
It'd be dope.
it'd be dope.
So dope. Oh
Dope.
my god.
R.I.P. Herman Cain.
You were dope.
For
You
real.
fucking
Yeah.
you dead dope dummy.
I do have one other thing that I wanted to share. We've
You
all
had a big week, Jason. Knight.
yeah. Well, we've all had our laughs at the expense of this fucking thing right here. I gotta load it up real quick. Give me a second.
Is it dope?
Oh, hold on. I need to do my sounder. I'm all over the place. I'm sorry.
I like a good sounder.
Yeah.
What's not to like?
Where are you? There you are, buddy. So this week in Black Lives Matter, this
I
is
love it.
this isn't necessarily a Black Lives Matter thing, but it's definitely related, and it's after George Floyd was murdered by the fucking pigs, we saw a lot of protests still going on to this day. But a cool thing that we saw in a lot of places, even though governments weren't making systematic changes, is they were painting these really cool Black Lives Matter murals on the streets.
God, I know what you're gonna show. Oh God. Oh no.
So this week, in front of the Tampa Police Department in Tampa, Florida, they revealed this beautiful Back the Blue mural in Tampa, Florida.
Borky boof.
The first
The
time...
only part that is clear and easy to read is the.
And see, I don't even think I miss the T almost every
Right.
time I see it.
Yeah. I had
Roof.
a teacher once, and he was teaching us how to make posters. And one thing that stuck with me from that class is when you're making a poster, don't make the letters different colors, because then your eye goes all over the place.
Yep.
And that's not
Horrible graphic design.
That-
Well,
yeah.
that makes your eye go crossed.
the first time I saw this. My retweet was, "Graphic design is my passion."
Yeah.
And then
It really
every
is.
time it came into my feed, I was
so bad.
amazed, in awe at how bad this was. And apparently it was painted by police families, police supporters. But let's just go over this real quick. So we got a B. And they got the thin blue line going through the whole thing. We got a B.
Yeah,
No,
they got a thin blue line going through the fucking sea. the thin blue line goes through the
No
sea.
wonder the C is so hard to read.
Yeah.
I didn't even
There's a
notice
fucking
that.
line in the middle of it.
Yep.
I'm overwhelmed by everything happening that I didn't even notice the line in the C.
The B's okay, and then you got this ribbon, which I'm assuming is some bootlicking cops are the best ribbon.
Who knows?
But that's supposed to be an A, and that does not.
It's not.
That does not,
not an A.
read
Not.
as an A. Then
No.
you got the C with the line through it. The K they got. The K they did decently, but they're used to drawing K's, aren't they?
Yep.
Then you got the T that disappeared. He.
He.
Another B is all right. L's decent. U is okay with the heart in there. That's some weird artistic representation. And then the E, they just went off the rails with the E. They stopped giving.
Yeah.
They stopped giving a shit because
E is the worst of all. The E is just a. It's just a rectangle.
the best part about the E is that it incorporates the stop bar from the actual road. So
Imagine you don't know that's there. You're just driving downtown Tampa,
You're just
and you
like,
make a
"What the
right.
fuck?"
You're like, "What the fuck's on the road?
Fucking crash into the goddamn fire hydrant.
What is all this shit on the street?"
holy
Bork?
shit.
He. Bluff.
Borky borky brr, bork the blue.
Porky
Oh,
Bluff.
it's so bad.
Absolutely fantastic. So yeah, I've just been,
Tremendous.
and then I hit.
If I was a police officer and I hadn't quit yet,
Yeah,
that would make me.
I hit 7 targets on Friday. I made myself a map. I got out at 8 in the morning. Nothing. Hit all, but I'm getting my groove. I'm getting some fucking exercise, that's for sure. Getting in and out of the car and walking to the back of 7 different Targets. I think it was yesterday I had walked almost 4 miles just going to Targets and Walmarts. And then yesterday, Monday, I went to seven Targets, 4 Walmarts. And because they instituted the mask mandate at Target, they've switched things up where they're now closing the non-grocery entrance, and that just fucked up my whole day, because, like, I thought I had shit going now, but now I gotta go in this other entrance, I gotta park on this other side, so they're fucking with my shit. I did find, the only thing I found this whole week was the Sex Pest Gremlin at Target, and I was surprised I even saw that on store shelves, but I had to grab it. I do want to talk a little bit about, because I've been going mostly to Targets, but I have been hitting Walmarts because the movie Turtles are supposed to be there. The Netflix Transformers, a bunch of WWE shit. There's a bunch of people in our community that are looking for shit at Walmart. So I've been hitting as many Walmarts as possible. But if you compare that to Target, the clientele is vastly different. I didn't realize how far that gap had grown. So I'm walking up to this first Walmart, and there's this fat motherfucker walking in front of me. Slow, super fat. Like, Walmart made me feel real slim. Tank top?
Like, only thing worse than a great big fat motherfucker is a great big fat motherfucker walking with no purpose.
Right.
No purpose in his fucking
That's
gait.
the thing. That's another point I need to get to. Tank top, camo shorts, flip-flops that have been basically disintegrated. Because you ever seen a real fat person wearing flip-flops? Those things aren't doing anything anymore.
Those are freedom loafers.
This motherfucker has a t-shirt loose in his hand, and as he's walking in through the queue where they're supposed to be checking your masks, he's just holding the t-shirt over his face.
Oh, okay.
So I'm thinking,
Yeah.
okay, this
Freedom
guy's
loafers.
a fat piece of shit to begin with. He's just getting through the door with that, and he's not going to be holding that t-shirt over his face the entire time.
No.
Lo and behold,
Definitely.
I'm leaving Walmart, see the same motherfucker not holding the t-shirt over his face. And Lee, you said it. There's nothing worse than somebody with no sense of purpose, like no agenda, like they're just kind of slowly walking. I feel
Just
like
meandering.
Yeah, I feel like since COVID, I've always noticed when people are being slow or in the way, or if I'm in the way, or if I'm being slow. But I think since COVID and social distancing, where you got to stay 6 feet away from people, I feel like people are fucking slower and in the way, and then you got to wait for them. Like,
Yep.
you are now making me go at your pace because I'm behind
I'm
you.
not suggesting I don't hit a store with a second to no one gate, okay? But but I know I'm there for a reason. I'm not there to fucking hang out.
Yeah, I'm trying to hit 7 Targets and 4 Walmarts. I'm not on a leisure cruise here.
Second to no one.
In fact,
Although I did have to hit somebody up the other day because there are a handful of those shitbirds that to this day they're not wearing masks. And I was looking at toys today, and this lady walks up, and she just like I just shy of feeling her breath on my shoulder. She got that close. And I go, 6 feet, motherfucker!
oh, like I'm waiting for this line to get into this Walmart, and we're all trying to stay 6 feet apart. Dude in front of me is going super slow, and this little fucking Mexican guy just kind of passes everyone like, oh, no, why is everyone's going so slow? Let me just get to the front of the line. And then he stops and realizes what's going on, and I fucking shoot him a look, and he just kind of giggles and just retreats back into himself. And then I think I was in my last Walmart, and I'm walking towards the toy section, and I'm about to pass like an employee. Walmart is difficult sometimes because you don't know if they're an employee, a vendor, whatever. But it was somebody who was on the job, and I'm walking towards them trying to keep my distance. They're not trying to keep their distance at all. And just as we're about to pass, takes his mask off and takes a phone call.
What
Oh
a
my
piece
God.
of shit.
They can hear you on the phone through your mask.
And also, why are you taking a phone call on the job, guy?
I mean, if I worked at Walmart, I would shit in the aisle. I would do literally anything I wanted.
Yeah.
Goat has some awesome story. My dad once told me, he said, I saw Goat at Walmart the other day because he was working there. Yeah. He goes, yeah, he was just just standing in the canned food aisle, just with a couple of cans in his hand, looking real confused about where his ship was supposed to go. And so I call him up, and I'm like, "Hey, Dad said he saw you at the store." He goes, "Yeah, I was blackout drunk."
Yeah. and apparently he was a model employee.
He fell asleep in the seafood cooler on numerous occasions.
There was one time I was at a Walmart later than you should be, and there was one
There's
guy.
a line. There's definitely a line, Kelly.
Yeah, there was a guy. Well, first off, we're in like by where where the NECA stuff would be, and it was like with the big bins of DVDs. And there's a guy just digging through them as though he had just figured out how to use his hands, and still kind of thought they were only flippers. Like, he just wasn't touching anything. Like, he was just pushing things.
Ugh.
And then as we're kind of like watching that play out, we see a guy ask one of the employees for help, and she points him over to another employee and goes, "Go ask that Jew over there."
Oh,
my
no.
God. Oh, yikes.
And so it scuttled away.
Yeah.
Oh my God. What's up, Kelly? Besides that horrible story.
Nothing much. I realized like I didn't do shit in the past week.
Oh,
Hey, good for you.
you know what
Yeah.
you
It's
did
good
do?
to have those once in a while.
Yeah.
You know what you did do, though?
What did I do?
You got that fucking Lego NES.
I did. I got that. Ordered it on when did that go on sale?
Saturday.
Sunday?
Yeah.
Saturday. Ordered it Saturday. Got it in from FedEx today. So FedEx, you can die bitch now, but I'm glad you didn't die bitch
Then.
today because I
Not
needed
yet.
that. But
Not
now you
yet.
can die bitch.
Yeah, every breath you took between now and then
Yeah.
has been on Kelly's blessing.
Yeah.
FedEx.
Because now you don't know where our DC books are. And we'd really enjoy being able to sell those.
Have you opened up your Lego NES yet? There might be a bunch of DC books in there.
I popped it open to make sure.
Okay.
With
Yeah.
a note that says we're watching.
There better
Yeah.
not be any goddamn DC books in here.
Yeah. But actually, I'm kind of excited if we don't get the DC books tomorrow because it'll be funny. Because I'll get to just keep telling all the speculators, like, haha, they're not here. And they're like, well, where are they? I'll go, I don't know.
Scavenger hunt.
And I'll
Here,
just keep
here's the
telling
tracking
them.
number.
I'll keep
first
telling
clue.
them that various cryptids took him. Hey guys, I don't know. The Poplick monster took him.
Not to keep bringing this back to NECA and shit, but they keep retweeting people who are like, yeah, you know, I went into this Target, I talked to an employee, they were super nice, they went into the back, they got some stock out for me, and it's all good. And it's like, man, I don't want to bother any of these people. Like, we're in the middle of a pandemic. I don't want to bother them. And then secondly, I don't believe that they'll know what I'm talking about.
But
Yeah.
also, if they got all that stock, put it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, why you got all that stock and it's not out?
Well, here's the thing. I thought, like, Target, I thought the employees don't stock that.
They
Like,
don't.
I thought, yeah, like a specific NECA man comes in.
They don't stock it, but it still could be sitting in the back, you know?
That's so
I
weird.
am the NECA man.
But yeah, because, so, yeah, the speculators that don't want to come in tomorrow, well, they came in today because, hey, guys, did you hear DC Comics come out on Tuesdays?
You should
You're
tell
like,
them
not
so.
here they don't, fuck. Walk
Yeah.
away.
Tell 'em-
Two of them came in today, and I got to tell them, it's like, oh, where are your DC books? I was like, they're not even in the building. That's why we don't put them out on Tuesdays, because I don't trust them for a second. Because apparently the Death Metal Legends of the Dark Knights book that comes out tomorrow, the first issue is already selling for $25.
Why?
Because it's the first appearance of the Robin King, Lee.
The Robin King?
Yeah, the Robin King.
Do
Mahoney.
you know the Robin King?
The fuck is the Robin King?
It's the Robin King.
He lives
He's
in
a tag
Drury
team
Lane.
to the NECA man.
So, you know how in the multiverse there's a lot of Batmans?
Okay, yeah.
There's a lot of Robins, too.
All right.
This is the king.
Oh, okay. Does he have does he look like a king? Does he have a sword?
He's got a crown.
I like it.
He's the Robin King.
I would pay
You know what?
$25 for this.
Yeah, you can just
I
like
would, I would not. I definitely would.
Mahoney, well, what about for like the 1 in 25 variant? Would you
He's
pay
a child.
Would you pay for between $300 to $400 for that?
No, I sure wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't. Well, then you're a rube.
I just googled him, and he's a child, and his crown is made of wood.
He's the Robin King.
Ugh.
When everyone comes in to buy him, just tell him some guy in Freedom Loafers bought them all. He made you a deal you couldn't refuse.
I know what I want to do is tell him, sorry guys, I bought them all. And then what? And then I go, well, that's why we have to limit people's purchases, because if not, dickheads like me come around and buy them all.
Gotcha. Tell him, but meet me in the parking lot around 6 o'clock when I get out.
Yeah.
I just read who the Robin King is, and I am not pleased.
It's the Robin King.
I'm not pleased at all.
Isn't that a Robin? I feel like it's probably
Yeah,
a
it's
Robin.
the Robin.
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh shit, is it
But I'm
Joseph
not
Gordon-Levitt's character from The Dark Knight Rises?
Snap.
It's actually just Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
You guys, I was so mad when they're like, "Oh, my name is Robin" in that movie. I was like, "It's just fucking stupid."
We were all pretty upset. That was one of those scenes where it's like, you could have just cut that.
You could have just
Didn't have
not
to say
done
that.
this.
Would have been better if you just didn't have that moment.
Yeah. But yeah, so tomorrow I get to deal with the Robin King. Let's
Kelly,
see. What?
Can I read you a line?
I wish you would.
Okay, so this is the Robin King, and he's sitting in a chair and he's ringing a bell and he says, "Hear that? It's the sound of the Robin King, and a new spring is coming."
You know what? I bet it's probably gonna be pretty fucking awesome because all that death metal shit is pretty stupid and crazy and fun.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I'll probably
not
enjoy
saying-
it,
Yeah.
but it's all just stupid.
Is it
Yeah.
Punisher? Is he the Robin King?
Yup.
But
Yeah.
specifically Warzone Punisher?
Yeah, he
Aw,
got
man.
done being the Cosmic Ghost Rider and became the Robin King.
Yeah.
So
Wait.
by 12:30, Kelly's just gonna be every time someone opens the door to the shop, he's gonna go, "We are all the Robin King now!" Yelling at strangers.
A chirp, 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 chirp. I'm the Robin King.
Tweet, tweet, my boy. Tweet, tweet.
Wait, wait.
Birds aren't real.
Yeah, you should rent a bunch of drone robin birds.
And then just like release them out of my sleeves.
Oh yeah, put those in the long boxes and put the lids on. So when
Yeah.
they all come in to get the comics, they open it up and it's like, you know, the old spring snake in the can trick.
Yeah.
Fly,
I'll be
my
like, "Ooh,
pretties.
you have to see if you can find the Robin King in the boxes.
And it's just a box full of spiders.
Yep. Oh, what a mischievous boy I am.
There's tracking numbers, your first clue. Tweet tweet.
But yeah, so FedEx has been doing a thing now where it's just like, hey, we're only gonna try and deliver your things when you're not open.
Yeah,
We've
that
talked
makes
about
sense.
this before, though, and you guys
Yeah.
seem to open pretty late in the day.
We open at noon. What do you
Yeah,
want
but-
a comic shop open?
God damn, how many naps you taking?
I'm just gonna say, they consistently deliver your stuff at 10, and you insist on not getting there until noon, like somebody's
Well,
gotta just get there at 10.
But here's the thing, it's not consistent. Because this hasn't been a problem up until the past like 2 weeks.
I don't know. I feel like we've talked about this a couple times.
I don't know.
Well, he did FedEx. So this is different between FedEx Freight and FedEx Ground. This is
Okay.
FedEx Ground. Freight delivers early, but I always get there early to wait for them. So that's different.
Okay.
Yeah, this isn't FedEx Max. This is FedEx Go.
Yeah. But also, here's the thing. Today,
Let's go.
I'm sitting there waiting for FedEx Freight to show up. At some point, FedEx Ground delivered 3 packages to us, but did not ever knock on our door or anything, and just dumped them in the lobby of the place next door to us.
That's
Oh my
nice.
God.
That's
Yeah.
a good way to do that.
So we had no idea those were there until someone from next door called us and said, "Hey, there's some boxes here. We don't know when they showed up."
This time they didn't let you know. It was like,
Yeah.
oh, we know we can sell these.
Yeah. Yeah, so who knows how many times this has happened and people may have just walked off with boxes. So that's
Maybe
cool.
that's where your DC books are.
Could be.
You
But
need-
yeah, so we call FedEx and like, hey, last week this happened. We picked it up at the plant. Can we do that again? And they're like, oh no, you can't do that. Like, we just did this last week. Why can't we do it? And like, well, we could do it last week because we attempted to deliver it 3 times. We've only attempted to deliver it once this time.
Oh my god.
The plant's not gone this time.
You gotta give us all our chances.
Yeah,
because
so
we need them.
So the boss is like, okay, well then what are my options? And they go, well, you could always pick it up at a Walgreens.
What?
Because
Yeah.
apparently that's some service that FedEx offers is you can go pick up your packages from Walgreens.
That's just where their driver likes to hang out.
Yeah, so we're like, fine, we'll pick it up from Walgreens. The box has never made it to Walgreens.
You don't say.
So we
That
currently...
guy's curling his bad guy mustache.
Yeah, so as of now, the tracking says that they're on a truck.
You know, I'm just gonna throw out there that if I was a FedEx person and somebody called me and was like, I would like to come and pick up my package, and I said no, and they were like, well, I insist, so where can I do it? I'd be like, why don't you drive to your nearest Walgreens, and your package will be waiting for you there, okay? See you later.
Oh, FedEx is just such a shit show.
It's not great.
Yeah,
I'm sure it will only get better when the post office is forced to close.
yeah. Trump, I know you're listening. FedEx said you have a real tiny dick,
Oh, yeah.
and the post office, they said, nah. I bet it's huge.
Oh, big boy dick.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what the
See
that's what the
FedEx's
post office
talks.
said. Yeah,
Post office was like, look how he's always sitting so weird. That's gotta be a giant dick problem.
yeah. So
Just
maybe
weighing
you
them
better
down.
choose your friends better.
One of my favorite things about going out on these turtle hunts is passing that goddamn Donald Trump the Chosen One billboard every time.
God.
Jesus. It's nonsense. What's up, Jose?
Playing some of that Ghost Recon, trying to fucking find John Bernthal. Where you at? It's pretty cool.
He's
Pretty
also
good.
listening.
Yeah, obviously.
Well, yeah, because we got him that Punisher role.
Mm-hmm.
It's a doughy.
He definitely
Um,
does.
Did that, and surprisingly, got that fucking Toka and Razar. But I thought about it for about 10, 15 minutes. And I sat and I was like, the lady's asleep. I don't want to wake her up.
Yeah.
So, but I also don't want to miss it because, I don't know.
Right. They're saying this week is the only chance to get it.
So, fuck it. Let's
Yeah.
do this thing.
Yeah.
Charge
You'll,
it.
you'll have the conversation with her in the morning. It's fine.
Yeah. So,
Sometimes, Jose, it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission.
Yes.
yeah. So
And
we
then-
just fucking went with it.
And then after the fact, realized me and Jose should have went in and bought 2 and only got charged shipping once. And
Yeah.
split the shipping.
It would have been $63.
Probably
No,
would.
somehow that shipping would have been like 12.
No, it
Yeah.
would have been the same amount.
No.
It's a set. It's a where whatever your zip code is, it's a set number. That's why it was the same amount for the Predator as it was Tokan Razar.
It would have been
Well-
$7.
Next time you
Probably.
should at least ship yours to Jose's house.
Yes, exactly.
Or like, what does it cost to ship it to New Hampshire?
Yeah.
Then maybe I can just ship it to you for less than the $22.
Right. Yeah, we're making plans to coordinate for that super shredder.
It's ridiculous.
Fucking Super Shredder. That's wild. Never in my day would I think I'd see a legit.
Yeah.
It looks real nice,
The thing
too.
that's fucked up
Pretty-
about all
it's
this,
fucking
like
cool.
all their product is so wonderful, but in all my years, I never thought I'd get, like you said, never thought we'd get collector style Tokan Razar and Super Shredder, let alone released in the span of 2 weeks.
Yeah. But
And then-
and I will say if the Token Razar pre-sale, like, that was pretty smooth.
Yeah.
And there was no
Well, that's
issue.
the way you got to do it. Like, that's the only
So-
way that makes sense.
How about like that's how it's done? Now we stop having shit fucking yanked out of people's carts. Huh? I mean, can't we figure this shit out?
It's very interesting that you mentioned that, considering our Popcast Classic for tonight.
Oh, snap! Seeing into the future. I felt it. I felt the vibe. That and fucking we finished some TV. I'll save that for. Well, I'll talk. Whoa, well, we did Deadwood again.
Yeah,
And that show's pretty. A fucking lot happened in that first season because I could have swore Booth Powers' character came in season 2.
right. Powers.
And that motherfucker was there mid season 1. And Wild Bill Hickok lasted a lot longer than we thought he lasted. Just a lot of fucking shit. So we got one more.
Two more of the first season. I thought.
Because what, we're on 11 and there's 11 and 12?
No, I think we just finished 9, so we got 10 and 11 left.
Yeah, but there's not 11 episodes.
Yeah, I think there's 11.
I think there's 12.
Okay, well, there's 12 then. Moving on.
Either way, that fucking show is pretty cool. And Bullock has the sweetest fucking walk. He's got this, like, fucking ghost-like strut. Sometimes he kicks it sideways. Sometimes he fucking goes head on. But great show. If you haven't watched Deadwood, we're leading up to the movie.
There's this
Hopefully.
little girl that was with, I think they were Dutch or whatever, and that her family got slaughtered. So she doesn't speak English or whatever. And they call these, I think it's Dutch, they call them squareheads, which I don't know where it comes from, but this little girl, it works. The definition squarehead works for her so well. Let me see if I can pull up.
Or hoopleheads.
Well, hooplehead is a term for heroin junkies.
Oh, okay.
This chick, Sophia, look at that fucking forehead on her.
She talks Morse code with headbutts.
Yeah, well, she doesn't speak English, so the entire time she's like a mute almost, and her head and her forehead, her head and her forehead are so big. We were joking today that she was just gonna start moving shit with her mind. It's wild. It's a fun time, though. Al Swearingen, we were talking about it. Al Swearingen has no inner monologue. He just fucking rants openly. He doesn't care if anybody's listening. Just talking shit. Steady. Subscribe to HBO Max.
All we have these uncertain times is our fiction. Our fantasy world, man. Good for you.
Oh man, guys. General Hospital's back.
What?
Oh, snap.
Oh,
I
the
saw
fucking,
you. Go ahead.
one of the General Hospital guys was on Monk.
I really thought you were gonna say who's champ on General Hospital.
You tweeted that General Hospital was back, and I was like, honestly, never even considered that it went away.
What
Yeah.
up with Luke and Laura?
Luke's been gone for a while. Laura's the mayor of the town.
Fuck yeah! Moving on up. So I guess she the champ.
Yeah.
She the champ of
Laura's-
General Hospital. All right.
Suppose she is. So what's going on, Mahoney?
Well, Lee, so last week and a few weeks now, there's been, some rough waters with the show, right? Like last week, like the first hour just wasn't on YouTube. Nobody could figure out why. And like, it's a YouTube problem. And so everybody starts reporting it because what else are you going to do? Everybody's excited to watch the show. And then poor Knize, we all know Knize. He takes it all in and blames himself so much, and he gets so sad about it. And it makes me upset because none of it is his fault. He didn't make YouTube lose the first half hour of the show. Like, it's not a nice thing, but he internalizes it, and he struggles with it.
I want the show to be good. I want it to be perfect. And I want people to be able to listen to it, So when there's issues, I take it very personally.
He does, and it's very sweet, but it's unnecessary. And so what I was thinking is that if only there was some motivational speaker who could hype him up. And so we got ourselves a new cameo to hype Knize up. Now, I'm going to just give you a little bit of warning. I kind of thought, just based on our interactions with this guy, that this would be funny, but I perhaps oversold how sad Knize was, and I think he's legitimately worried about him.
Oh,
All right.
Knize, I want to tell you, you're a king. Please stop doubting yourself. I don't know if this is your friend or your sibling who requested this video, but they love you enough to pay money for me to pep talk you into something you already have deep inside of you. Have confidence and believe in yourself. I believe in you. You're a good person. People love you and care about you for a reason. Don't stop being you. I want you to be more confident. Have a good day.
so good.
That is so sweet. And look at that look on his face. He's like, you know what? I'm about to say some meaningful shit.
I was like, I clicked play, and I was like, I mean, that's a pep talk. I thought you'd yell at him and tell him
Yell more, yeah.
Quit
Yeah,
using band-aids!
Yeah, but okay, sure. Then I was like, maybe in my description of how sad Knize was about the thing not working, I just went a little overboard. He was too sad. Other than that,
That's lovely.
I know it's nice. So Knize, we all love you, and it's not your fault.
Aw, thank you so much. I love you too.
Other than that, I didn't know it was Tuesday until 4:30 in the afternoon when Knize messaged me. So everything is a blur. But
Every
yeah,
day is
not
Tuesday.
not knowing it was Tuesday made it hard to put together a talk segment for you, Lee.
Tik Tok,
So no,
motherfucker.
No, I
that
didn't.
was some
I
bullshit. That was some
I didn't-
You
fucking
cut off his
bullshit.
enjoyment.
didn't say it was impossible. I just
That
said it
was
was hard.
fucked. Like I thought we were skating this week. And it was, God damn it.
He had already moved on. He was like, fuck it. Oh.
I'm like, what's the classic this week, Knize? Fucking go.
Lee, look who it is, though.
He's back. He's back, and this time he's playing a snail game.
I'm playing Pin the Snail. When you blink your eyes, the snail will stop moving. So if you're not good at staring, you can't play this game. But I'm a dark skin warrior, and we can do anything. I can blink with my eyes open. Look at me. Tell me if you see it. Did you see me blink? But I did it. I don't need to refresh. Watch. I'm about to win the game right now. Look at how close I am. Oh my Jesus! We're so close. Wait for it. Wait. Congratulations! I'm a snail. I'm back, but I'm a snail this time. I won the game.
That's the pep talk he thought he was going to get.
Exactly.
Happening.
Okay, so there's a TikTok game wherein it puts an outline of a snail on your head,
Yep.
and the snail walks across the frame and then gets into the outline, but if you blink, the snail stops?
Exactly. And so you got to hold your eyes open until the snail gets within the frame, and it takes a while.
So this is also the Chinese government can get a nice, good, solid face scan.
Exactly.
Clearly, obviously.
Yeah.
And then when
Yeah,
you
like a
win,
retinal
it turns
scan.
you into a snail.
Yes.
Yeah.
When you successfully complete
Because now
it.
they got your genomes and your fucking biopic.
Yeah. So
He's not the only one that I see holding the iPhone thing, and it's like, you don't have to do that, guys.
I think they do it for effect.
Yeah, it's definitely part of his gimmick.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So Lee, I don't know if you know this, but you're on TikTok.
What?
Because look at this dude and tell me this isn't you. 'Cause while we ate lunch, my boy went to throw garbage back in his guy's car after dinner. Picks it up, puts it in his car. Dude throws it out again. Goes right back on over. Opens his fucking door. And the video cuts off.
Oh, that guy rules.
Imagine being in your car and a stranger opens your door to talk to you about your littering.
Not only a stranger, but a giant man.
Oh, he's enormous. He's enormous.
That guy rules.
Yeah, I saw that. I knew you would love it.
Yeah, no, I like that one.
Yep. You know what else I knew you were going to love, Lee? I knew you were going to love this one.
I hate it already.
Because we've talked about this many times.
Talked about this.
We've talked about what is and is not a ravioli. And so whenever I found this TikTok about that same topic, I knew that we just had to discuss it.
Today we will be taking time to explore the list of things that I consider ravioli. If you identify more with the cubic rule of food identification, we will actually be exploring the calzone category today. First up, we have the classic pasta ravioli. Next, we have calzones, or as I like to call them, pizza raviolis, followed by small pizza raviolis or pizza rolls. We have fruit raviolis or gushers, PB&J raviolis, or more commonly known as Uncrustables, hot dog raviolis, aka corn dogs,
No.
and even a breakfast pastry ravioli and Pop-Tarts. This one takes a little bit more of a broad definition, but I do consider pregnant people to be raviolis. Using this definition, I also consider a coffin with a corpse inside to be a ravioli. I will not be taking any criticism at this time. Thank you.
I mean, she didn't say a single wrong thing.
I don't agree with a corn dog being a ravioli.
It's fully sealed.
It is not, because there's a
It's
stick.
not.
Oh, the stick doesn't really count.
Try and eat
Yeah,
a
for the
ravioli.
most part,
I
it
could go
is
either
sealed.
way on corn dog.
I'm making such a face.
Pop-Tarts, though. Pop-Tarts are definitely raviolis.
And I mean,
Toaster
Pregnant.
strudels, raviolis.
pregnant people, ravioli all the way.
Raviolis, absolutely.
Yeah. So Lee, you were talking about your kid's school's no mask mandate. So what you can do here, if you don't want them to have to wear a mask, you can follow this very simple instructable on how to make a cooler mask.
You wanna put a ring on my finger?
Put it on and make him wanna marry me. Yeah, put it on and make him wanna marry me.
You know what? My kid beat you to that one.
Oh, really?
My kid was like, "Hey, look at this cool mask I found." And I said, "Go to your fucking room."
Looked like some Court of Owls shit.
Yeah.
It really does. They just carved themselves a mask out of a milk carton, like a gallon of milk.
I heard
But
something
it was nice because
today
they could drink.
that for like kids band camps and band classes, they have to bring 2 masks, one full mask to wear, and then one mask that they cut a hole in so that they could wear it while they're playing their instrument.
What the?
No,
What is the point of that?
Yeah,
That's retarded.
They're blasting particles out the end of
Yeah.
the instrument.
yeah. You would
There's
think
no point to
band
that thing.
camp would be a bad idea no matter what.
You should
Yeah,
have to
yeah.
bring one mask that you wear and then one mask that you put on the end of your trumpet.
Right.
Yeah.
just every instrument is now muted.
Yeah, exactly. All right,
See, Slipknot was ahead of its time.
That's right.
Yeah.
this one is special for Jose,
Uh-oh.
and it's going to help him reclaim his name.
Instead of saying, "No way, Jose," white people should say, "No thanks, Tom Hanks."
Yeah, sure.
I like that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no thanks, Tom Hanks.
No,
Yeah. No, I don't see any reason why not.
that's her. I still unlike her fucking attitude.
She's just
Or
a
should
chick
that
eating
just
an
be
apple.
reserved for me? Only I can say that. Should that be my reply?
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
No, why, Jose? No, thanks, Tom Hanks.
I think either way it works.
Yeah, no, you can, yeah.
Okay,
I'm all right with that.
so Mahoney, your second mission is to find me a reply to the Jose and Jose B joke.
Jose and Jose. All right, you got it. I'm on it. Somewhere on the talks, there will be that. All right, this is one of the best things I've ever seen. It says that they asked their 4-year-old nephew to mow. No. I'm sorry. Their 4-year-old nephew asked to mow the lawn.
Look at these nails. This woman is crazy.
Yeah, these nails are definitely crazy, and everything about this is crazy.
Yeah,
I
she's
would
clearly a
like
crazy
to
person.
say, absolutely under no circumstances should you let any child use any kind of lawnmower.
Definitely
And
not.
this is definitely why.
And it went like
A little bit of Monica in my
Just being dragged behind it like a dummy.
I mean,
Nailed it.
oh my god.
I enjoyed the smash cut to Mambo number 5.
Yeah.
I gotta
haven't seen him
appreciate the
live.
craft.
Just amazing.
You gotta. Yeah, I appreciate the craft of getting the dummy together and staging it up. Like I guess that's fine.
What?
No,
that,
Lee, that wasn't a dummy.
That's a child.
that was clearly a child.
Yeah. Unless you're calling the child a dummy.
That was an actual child.
Yeah, let's...
No.
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely, that's a
Yeah,
child.
That's a child.
His head is moving.
Yeah, look at him.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
What?
It does. I could. It does.
I don't think
look
so.
a little kind of.
No.
Do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
Hold
that's
on,
definitely
hold
a kid.
on, hold on.
Yeah,
Your triangles are. You
that's
count.
a boy.
It's definitely a dummy.
went
But
He's
it's
too
not.
rigid.
He's rigid because he's being dragged by a lawnmower.
Yeah.
No, his legs are
Okay,
kicking
no,
or
no, no.
something.
Well, yeah, but the elbow moved. The elbow
Yeah,
moved.
and the head.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's the best looking
yeah, but
TikTok
the
dummy I've
head
ever
could
seen in
just
my
be-
life. If it is a dummy.
Yeah.
Lee, if that's a dummy, that means someone's making real dolls of children, and I'm not willing to accept that.
Yeah, I was going down that same path, Kelly. I'm like, if that is a far too realistic dummy of a child, I can't imagine why that exists, and I don't want to think about it.
Well, look where
The
you
mystery
made us
rages on.
go, Lee.
I mean, we
Great
did find
thing.
out birds are not real.
And if birds aren't real, all bets are off, Kelly.
Maybe
Kinda.
children aren't real either.
Children are not real.
Yeah.
And definitely not the future.
All this time, we've been wondering if Santa was real, but it's actually the children who were fake.
Yeah.
Under our noses the whole time.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Ridiculous.
Robots.
What's on the classic, Knize? What's happening?
From episode 429, this is from just after San Diego Comic-Con 2018. I titled this podcast classic, NECA Fucks Jose.
Yeah. Enjoy this. Back in a minute.
And now, a curated selection from deep within the Popcast Network archives. We proudly present this Popcast classic. So, Jose, you got anything else?
It's a broken heart. Well, I'll have you one day, tortoise. You tortoises are gonna be in my back pocket one day. I'm gonna pose you.
Put the turtles in his book bag and walk around with them.
Oof. I'm gonna get you.
Got them book bag turtles.
I'm just saying, I'm all down for fair play, but don't tell me that shit's in my cart and I'm supposed to fucking be fucking goddamn super robot to fucking type shit and put shit in.
You got hosed.
It's in my cart, motherfucker.
Yeah.
So next time you're at a store, you can go in line and take somebody's shit out of somebody's cart and just go pay for it first, because that's how shit rolls.
That's great.
So, fuck you. It's anarchy now. Like, it truly is Trump's world. That was Trump's pre-sale. That's what kind of pre-sale I got to look forward to. And fucking shame on you, man. Like, that's not cool. I get it. Like, day one, okay, I fucked up. I'll take the complete blame on that one. Maybe I would have got it if I wasn't fucking around. But you know what? Day two, I was Johnny on the goddamn spot. And fucking my info was saved in there from the goddamn night before. And I still got fucking hosed. So fuck you.
Yeah, but also by day 3, everybody was in a froth over it. Like,
Fuck froth.
plenty of
you
people-
should've known that you fucked up on day 2 and fucking pulled shit out of people's carts and fixed that shit.
Yeah, but you're
And
not
say,
the
"We
only one.
apologize
You're not
for-"
the only one that happened to. So the demand on that day 3 was
That's what I'm
insane.
saying.
You had no
I
fucking
wasn't
chance.
the only one it happened to. So that's when they should have stepped up and said, our bad. Our bad.
But also, let's be real here. They can make enough to meet demand. They just choose not to.
Right.
Yeah, you could do just pre-orders on it.
So they're gonna say, watch. They're gonna say, you know what, bros? Because it was so fucking did so well, we're gonna release them. We're gonna release the big box set for $75.
I don't think so. 'Cause those they did the video game figures last year, and they gone and they gone.
No,
Yeah, those have never come out.
The video game figures were a couple years ago, and last year they repainted them to look like the cartoon, didn't they?
That might be right. Yeah, maybe.
Or maybe they weren't repaints. Maybe they were two different sets of figures.
But they've done some pretty cool exclusives for a few years, but not like these. Those are amazing.
And it's because Playmates has the license to do Ninja Turtles toys in that scale at retail. That's why they have to do these on pre-orders.
I'll tell you what, they're gonna hear from me at Toy Fair. Don't think I can't talk to you, NECA. I can reach you now, motherfucker.
You better
I have to wait.
You better hide your badge.
Or I can fucking twatter you. Oh, I'm gonna Twitter you.
No, we should get in touch with Toy Fair and be like, yo.
Tell him that's fucked up, Toy Fair.
No, don't even be like, tell him that's fucked up. Be like, yo, you got the hookup? Come on.
Oh.
Come on.
Let's right this wrong.
Yeah, we can. It's by greasing some wheels.
No, there was an injustice done to multiple people.
Okay, Norma Ray.
Bringing down the system.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that's fucked up, NECA.
Yeah, we agree.
Yeah, that shit ain't cool, man. Not cool at all.
But
Whatever.
that still doesn't mean I can't find the fact that you posted a screenshot of your cart. Just real funny.
And I knew it when I was doing it.
You're like, this is gonna bite me in the ass, isn't it?
Yes, I should have fucking do it.
I shouldn't be
and
doing
then
this.
put, like when it says shipped.
Yep.
Yep, that's when you do it.
Yep.
I just picture Knize just making the chef kiss over and over, just thinking about it.
And I get that. That's fine. That was day 2. Day 3, you still fucking hosed me because I was on the goddamn spot. Got that bitch in my cart, had all my info already done, and still fucking yanked it out of my
It's not like you did everything right and still got kind of fucked.
You would
That's
have
too bad, man.
You would have felt better on day 3 if you went to press buy and they were like, "Sorry, sold out."
Yeah, then cool. Okay, I just missed it. But to see that it's in your cart and I just hit enter with my credit card information, and when the screen comes up that should say congratulations, it comes up and says you got fucked. Somebody, while this little thing was spinning in a circle, somebody went into your cart and robbed you.
It ain't cool, man.
Join us again next week for yet another Popcast Classic.
That could never air today.
It shouldn't have aired then.
No.
The more things change.
When was that episode from?
That was from episode 429.
So it took what, 2 years for them to finally be like, maybe we should just let people pre-order these. Fucking ridiculous. Ridiculous. All right, I'm excited about this one. Let's set up with some top 6 action.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Top 6.
6! I still like 6.
All right, this is going to be cool. We're doing top 6 movie adaptations. Now, the criteria were pretty broad on this one. I'm sure made only broader by whatever's about to happen. Because, you know.
Whatever's about to happen to us.
Yeah, no rules ever. No rules ever. But laid it out as, you know, if it was a thing and then it became a movie, that counts. That's a movie adaptation. That was the broad strokes that we set out ahead of time with this guy. So let's get into it. Why don't you lead us off, Knize? What you got?
All right. First off, my number 6. It takes real skill to make a TV to film reboot work, and the key is to not take it too seriously. One of the first and one of the best was the Brady Bunch movie, which poked fun at the original while also being like a pitch-perfect recreation of the old series. But for my money, my number 6, the best TV to film adaptations are 21 and 22 Jump Street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Solid.
I completely forgot about that.
The show was fine for what it was of its time, but the movie took the concept and birthed 2 of what I would say are the best comedies of the past 20 years. When
My name is Jeff.
I have that written here in my notes right here. When you're adapting something, you have to improve upon it. My name is Jeff. My number 5, I'd feel like a real bumpkin if I didn't put at least one book on here. So I'm gonna slide into my number 5 with 2 book adaptations. First, Jurassic Park, which is easily one of the greatest, most groundbreaking movies of all time, and just an okay book by comparison. And the second is the most recent reboot of It. As a fan of the TV miniseries, I attempted to read the book, and the big-budget horror remake managed to incorporate some of the book's more wild ideas. No, Kelly, not that one.
You didn't have all those kids going into Pennywise's house to fuck each other to intimidate him?
No. Stop.
How intimidating would that be, though? That'd be so
That's what I'm saying.
intimidating.
Pennywise is a sympathetic character because he just wants to talk to people about boats.
You could have.
And then here
You
comes
could have stopped
these
at. You could have stopped at Pennywise as a simp.
Yeah. And then here comes these kids, and he's like, "Hey, kids, let me talk to you about schooners." And they're like, "No, we're gonna run train on this girl." And he's like, "Why?" And they're like, "We want you to leave."
Yeah, they're basically cucking Pennywise.
Yeah, and he's like, "No, don't do that." And then they're like, "Nope, too late, we're doing it." And he's like, "Man, you're gonna make me get on a list." And they're like, "Too bad." And he's like, "But this is my house." And they're like, "Go."
Speaking of getting on a list, my number 4. I want to talk a little bit about the smaller comic book adaptations off the beaten path from the big 2. I read Kick-Ass during its initial run, and the movie wasn't too far behind that, and I have great memories of going to the premiere for some action-y packed Rolco.
Yep.
Dread had the distinction of being an adaptation of the comics and a better movie version of Dread than the Stallone version.
Mm-hmm.
But then, for my money, no comic book adaptation has been more faithful than Robert Rodriguez doing Sin City.
Fuck yeah.
Just an amazing...
Yeah, I fucked up missing that one. I missed that one. Yep.
Just an amazing aesthetic with panels from the books coming straight to life.
Pretty much.
For my number 3, last week for my movie soundtracks, my number 1 was Blues Brothers, and it's also my favorite movie of all time. But when I fell in love with the movie, I didn't have a frame of reference of Jake and Elwood from SNL. But I was at the perfect age when Wayne's World began on SNL, and I was the biggest fan of the Wayne's World movie. They managed to take a pretty silly sketch and build this whole world that Wayne and Garth inhabit. One of the greatest movie comedies of all time. I wouldn't change a thing.
Revived Queen's career.
Right? For real.
That was their John Travolta moment.
My number 2 is a twofer. Speaking of being at the right age, Batman 89 and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles came out when I was the biggest fan of both. I didn't read many Batman comics, but I knew the Batman TV show and Super Friends. So Batman 89 completely changed the way I looked at Batman and the Joker. And TMNT had the distinction of adapting a little from the comics and a little from the cartoon and managing to create this wholly unique thing, which is my absolute favorite version of the Ninja Turtles, and the reason that I'm going to 7 Targets and 4 Walmarts daily. And my number 1, call me a Marvel shill, but we have never before seen the level of world building of the MCU with as much care and reverence for adapting the source material from top to bottom. It was evident with the first Iron Man and carried through 12 years of movies. People shit on the MCU because they become this monolith in the industry, but you can never tell me with a straight face that they don't put blood, sweat, and tears into bringing these stories to life.
Fucking rock solid. Rock solid. Yeah, and frankly, if I don't trust anybody that shits on the MCU movies. It's like, no, you like them. You definitely like them. You definitely watch them. You're just being a contrarian shithead.
I appreciate more the person who doesn't like the MCU movies and keeps it to their fucking self.
That's fucking solid, man. That's good.
Thank you.
A lot of that was on my sort of long list. This was one of the toughest ones to pare down we've had in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of really good stuff. All right, Ben in the Discord. What's Ben got to say, Mahoney?
Ben in the Discord. This is a heck of a list. Ben's lists are always... I always learn something when I read Ben's lists. So shout out to The Godfather, Gone Girl, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, and most recently, The Old Guard.
Fuck, Gone Girl is a really good movie, you guys.
I didn't realize that was an adaptation.
Oh, yeah. So number 6, Sin City, a near-perfect adaptation of the comics from the visuals to the casting. Right? Number 5, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? The movie's entertaining enough on its own, but as a Depression-era retelling of the Odyssey, it's pretty brilliant. Right? Number 4, this is what Ben has taught me. Strange Brew. Bob and Doug McKenzie are a Canuck, Rosencrantz, and Gilderstein in a loose retelling of Hamlet with a happier ending and way more beer.
Oh, I did not know the Hamlet part.
Like, what?
What?
Blowing my mind, Ben.
But yeah, I mean, adapted from an SCTV sketch.
And also apparently Hamlet.
That's nuts. I had no idea.
Yeah, not the slightest.
Well, yeah, is it on his list because it's adapting Hamlet, or is it on its list because it's an SCTV
Hamlet.
movie?
No, it's
assume
definitely
Hamlet.
Yeah, it seems to be on here for Hamlet. Never,
Shout out to Romeo and Juliet.
like, the thing, this could be completely made up.
Yeah.
Like, it could be completely made up, and I would have no way of being like, no, that's not true.
Yeah.
That's not true at all.
Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, are those the dudes that Watergated Nixon?
I think so.
Definitely. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And then they waterboarded Gerald Ford.
Tell you what, you never get more nervous about reading names than when you get to Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, and you're like, wait a minute, what are all these letters? Number 3, No Country for Old Men, which was great. I love that movie. Another Coen Brothers adaptation, Anton Chigurh.
How about these letters?
Is just as scary on the screen as he was on the page, even with the Dora the Explorer haircut.
Oh, man.
Number 2, the Lord of the Rings trilogy, which those were great. Perfectly captured the spirit of the books. Too bad Peter Jackson blew it with the Hobbit trilogy.
Oh.
I think you mean he said PJ.
Too bad PJ, my old
His
buddy
boy
PJ.
Can we talk about the Lord of the Rings movies real fast?
Okay.
Let's do it.
Sure.
Because I don't have it on my list. I like those movies a lot. I just forgot to put them on the list. But the third one, you know, people always complain, oh, there's so many endings.
Mm-hmm.
There's more endings in the book.
Oh,
Is
shit.
there really?
There's an entire fucking Hobbit war in the book that didn't make it into the movie. Like, Frodo and friends go back to the Shire and shit's all fucked, and a bunch of hobbits fight each other.
Is there a part where all the hobbits gangbang each other in front of Sauron to steal his power from him?
No, but they should have.
You're not real.
All those fuzzy toes flopping around.
Everyone mukbanging.
Oh man, hobbits would definitely get down on the
Yeah,
mukbang.
hobbits would fuck with a mukbang.
1000% for sure.
Hobbits might have coined the phrase mukbang.
Mm-hmm. They called it
It's,
second
mukbang.
breakfast.
This mukbanging fool of a took over here.
Right before fourth meal.
Oh, it's so silly and stupid. Love it.
Amazing.
Not an omelet.
And number 1, Jaws. Not only one of the best films ever made, but also one of the best adaptations of a bad book.
I had
Seems
no idea that was based on a book.
Seems a little, like, contrarian to be a great adaptation of a bad book that's one of the best films ever made. You know what I mean? Like, if you're a bad book, then shouldn't a good adaptation of it also suck?
No, I think the mark of a great adaptation is that you improve upon the source material.
Yeah.
Why make
Ooh,
the
high
same
five
thing
that
or
one.
make it worse, you know?
Yeah, just like the same thing with like a cover song. If you're gonna do it exactly like the fucking original, then you're just trying to make money off of somebody else's hit.
Well, yeah.
Come original. If you're gonna do that, put your own spin on it.
Look at you, Gus Van Sant.
311.
Yeah.
Got him.
It was like, no. I made Vince Vaughn jerk off.
Yeah. You look to the peak hole and then beat his meat.
It's different now.
Wait, hold on. Jose. What is it? What is the hole called on your front door that you look through to see who's on the other side of the door?
It's a peephole.
Okay.
If the hole was any lower,
it'd be a peak hole.
A peak hole. Well, I think that's maybe like soda or pop.
Okay.
What?
You initially he
What?
Peephole, peak hole. I mean, same shit, right?
Same shit, man.
You know what? Yeah,
It's just one's Pepsi, one's Coke. I mean, aren't they the same shit?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely the same shit.
Jose, people are screaming at their phones right now at your insinuating that Pepsi and Coke are the same thing.
They're both fucking dark sodas.
Straight up colas.
Are they not?
I rest
You know
my
what?
case.
I'm with Jose on this one. Who
I
gives
mean,
a shit?
let's just break things down to brass tacks. How much for the monkey?
How much for the monkey? Pepsi, Coke, the same. Dr. Pepper, the same. Coffee,
root beer.
the same.
Well,
the
no,
same.
Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper is not different. Dr. Pepper is more on a root beer level.
Now, the worst thing about that is working in a drive-through
Iced
in
tea,
the South.
same.
Because I can't tell you, I worked a drive-through when I was in high school. And I cannot tell you how many times. Like, what do you want to drink? They go, Coke be fine. Then so you roll up, and it's Taco Bell, so they only have Pepsi. But you give them a Pepsi, and they go, I wanted Dr. Pepper. I go, then why'd you say Coke be fun?
Yeah.
I assume Coke be fun. You fucking assholes. Happen all the time. It's very upsetting.
Yeah, Coke and Dr. Pepper are not the same thing. Dr. Pepper and Pepsi is not the same thing. Dr. Pepper and mug closer than Dr. Pepper and Coke.
Barely.
Well, close, but closer. I mean, you got to put Dr. Pepper closer on the root beer scale. How many triangles in Dr. Pepper's logo?
Moving on.
Moving on.
Are we done?
Jose, what's your list?
Let's do this thing. Shout outs. Now, number one, okay, Crow, I love it. I love it. Could there be a more faithful, darker adaptation out there? Hopefully one day we'll get it. So I'm not going to put it as number one on my list.
You still holding out hope for Jason Momoa?
No, that's gone. But the Jason Momoa was my biggest hope, my biggest chance of it getting made, and him backing out kind of makes me just think maybe it's fucking just leave it alone.
Because if I'm thinking about The Crow, the one thing I definitely come up with is it's not dark enough.
Yeah, because like there's some really good scenes that did not show up in the movie.
Yeah, because that book is just
dark,
bleak. It's just bleak,
And it was 1995.
Yeah, it's so bleak, that book.
Fucking like we need a Dread style Crow.
Okay. I'm on board for that.
You know what I mean? Like a Dread level of reboot, close to the source materials, got some ball. Because there's a scene where he cuts a fucking dude's his feet off. He's like on the stairs and he's below him, cuts through the railing of the stairs in the apartment building, cuts his feet off. When he turns the lights on, he's laying down in front of his feet talking about he's so cold he can't feel his feet. And the Crow just comes up, saddles up, and like whispers in his ear as he dies. Like there is that in there, but not like that in there. It's still a little comical. The Crow will always have a part in my heart, but there could be a darker version.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Anne of Green Gables. I'm joking. I've never seen it.
I'll take things no one has ever said out loud for 500, Alex.
Like between what I don't even remember that show. Rizzoli and Isles.
Finkel and Einhorn.
Finkel and Einhorn.
It wasn't out of the question that you were like, nah, I just love Anne of Green Gables.
Apparently they just did a remake of Anne of Green Gables, and Mary's been watching it.
On like Netflix, right?
Yeah,
Netflix
something like
did a
that.
version. Kick-Ass. Spider-Verse. Shout out for translating Spider-Man into an animated, amazing thing.
Mm-hmm.
So well done. 300 Watchmen, Ghost World, Sin City, Casino Royale, reboot of the franchise. Dig it. All right, onto the list. Number 6. I'm gonna go with 2 classics that kind of, when you think of both of these properties, this is exactly where your mind goes to. The adaptation of the Grinch Christmas cartoon, the OG, and Willy Wonka.
Oh.
Those are good.
Like,
good pull.
Yeah.
You go there. Like you grew up on them, childhood, watched them all the fucking time. Whenever you think of the Grinch, you go there first.
You're
Whenever
not
you
thinking
think
of
of
Jim
Wonka,
Carrey.
you go to Gene Wilder first. Like, that's just what's up.
The Jim Carrey version has gotten worse with age, but it still has a place in my heart. But the original is unfuckwithable.
Yeah.
Remember the Jim Carrey version when they show all the Who's having a key party?
Oh, yeah.
It's got moments, but it's definitely,
Were the Who's having the key party to try and intimidate Jim Carrey's Grinch to go away?
They might have been.
Hoo-ha. Oh, my. Gives a whole new meaning to that song. Oh, my. Fucking triangle it up. Figuring it out. Okay. Number 5. Freeway. If you have not seen it.
Dude.
I don't even know what this is.
It stars Kiefer Sutherland and Reese Witherspoon. And what it is it's a dark rated R version of Little Red Riding Hood, where Kiefer Sutherland plays like a predator who's obsessed with Reese Witherspoon, who is the Little Red Riding Hood character.
He picks her up on the side of the road, give her a ride, and she's on her way to grandma's house. Yeah. Yeah, that movie is fucking wild. Yeah.
And it's like a just a rated R fucking Little Red Riding Hood. It was like 95, 96, something like that, I think.
Yeah. Somewhere in that neighborhood. Good pull, man.
Oh, I love that movie. Fucking
You're the
love
only
it.
person besides me I've ever heard even talk about that movie. Well done, Jose.
Nice. Yeah. Well, movie night. Fucking talk about a fairy tale night. Let's do this thing.
Man, whew.
Love that movie.
In 96, this one came out.
And I was excited because I was like, oh shit, are they gonna do here's the thing is, when I watched it, I really didn't know what the fuck I was watching. And then you figure it out, you're like, oh shit, this is Little Red Riding Hood. Oh shit. It's so sorry if I ruined it for anybody, but
it's the big fucking teeth you got there, Bob.
Yeah. And like Reese, she don't give a fuck. She don't play. She does not fucking play. She's hardcore.
Talk about somebody with a forehead that could make things levitate.
Oh shit, they could fucking talk back and forth. It'd be like Jean Grey talking with Professor X. But imagine headbutting instead of them like talking to waves. Number 4, the new It as a series. Brilliant way to tell the story, to break it up, keep it fresh, keep nods to the original while its own, to where the original is fucking Batman 89 and this is Nolanverse.
Yeah.
The original is Batman 66.
Yeah.
But you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying.
Number
fucking, remember that fucking Spider puppet.
Well, hey man, they did the best they could.
No, they did.
Question
They
mark?
did.
Number 3, Scott Pilgrim versus the World. I think that is
Yep.
a fucking brilliant adaptation and a brilliant way to bring a comic into motion. And it completely feel like you're watching a comic book without it being hokey, without gimmicky tricks. That just, it felt smooth, it felt right, and it just, everything, the music clicked, the actors clicked, the jokes clicked, the writing, everything. Great source material, beautiful follow through. Well done. Hats off. High five. Foot 5. Number 2, American Psycho.
Good
Fucking
one.
love that movie.
You see, I never read the book, so that I know it's a great adaptation, but I have no knowledge of the original. So,
well, the book's dark. He kills a kid in a SeaWorld in front of a penguin display and then pretends he's a doctor and tries to save him.
Oh, God.
And the penguins are like, "Don't believe him."
They actually do that scene in that Madagascar movie.
So there's a lot of, he walks around. One of the girls he kills, he keeps her head and periodically takes it out of the freezer and fucks it and walks around with it on his dick around the house.
Oh
So
my
there's a
God.
lot they don't show in the movie.
Jesus.
But the movie did a good job because some of the scenes they couldn't show at the end when his secretary looks to his office and finds his book. When you're looking at a bunch of the scribblings are some of the scenes they cut out.
That's super
That's
cool.
pretty cool.
Because there's one where he like nails a chick to the floor, spread eagle, butt ass naked, and that's drawn on there. And him skull fucking a head is drawn on there. So some of those scenes they don't do, they're quickly in there, which is kind of cool.
That's pretty clever.
And then number 1, fucking Fight Club.
I should have saw that one coming. Yep.
Fucking brilliant adaptation, and luckily did not know the kink of the movie going into it, so I was fully surprised.
Yeah, one of those that you
that's
gotta,
one of those things. Yeah.
you gotta watch it at least twice.
Oh yeah, and even after twice, you could still see shit.
Yeah, I think even if you're spoiled to the twist, it's still worth watching to see how they plant the seeds.
Yes, because once you know it and you rewatch it, you're like, it's so obvious. It was there. It was there. It was there. It was there. Like, it wasn't just out of nowhere. Oh shit, this is the twist. It was like, no, they set that shit up from the fucking beginning. And then when you find out he's spliced throughout the movie, and then now you got to watch it a third time and fucking find out all those.
Great big cock.
Yeah. In college, we had a remake a trailer for a movie. I picked Fight Club to do. That's kind of cool. Oh, school. School project.
On the old A/B linear editing system.
Fuck yeah. They're like, this is the future. Let's bust out these VHS tapes and you crank them A/B knobs and let's do this thing.
Fucking nuts. What kind of Discord?
Oh, shout out to Old Boy, Itchy the Killer, Drive, and Edge of Tom, as I like to call it.
Edge of Tom.
Edge of Tom. Edge of Tom. What's on Discord, Kelly?
All right. Discord, we got Kristen. Wait, what's Drive adapted from?
I guess it was a book or a short story.
Oh, okay. I did not know that.
Cars,
Yeah,
Kelly.
neither did I.
Oh, yeah.
Drive is an adaptation of Cars.
Oh.
Ryan
Well,
Gosling as Lightning McQueen.
Ryan Gosling is Mater.
Ka-chow.
All right. Kristen says, I'm crunched for time, so I'm going to go with Stephen King movie adaptations. Number
Solid.
6, Carrie. That weird-ass crucified Jesus in the closet fucked me up.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Number 5, The Shining. Classic. Number 4, Misery. A+ Kathy Bates. P.S. Lizzie Kaplan plays an amazing Anne Wilkes on Castle Rock Season 2 on Hulu. Carrying over from the other week's top 6, if you like Stephen King, you should watch Castle Rock.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3 is 1408. I never see people talk about this one. The gist is a haunted hotel room with John Cusack and Sam Jackson. Screamed my head off in the theater.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's a good movie. There's some scary shit in that movie.
Didn't know that was based on a Stephen King thing.
It's a novella, I believe.
Okay.
What? Stephen King did like Spanish soap operas?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Number 2, It 2017. Part 1 is better than Part 2.
True.
I would agree with that, but I like Part 2.
Yeah, they're both good, but Part 1's phenomenal.
And number 1, Dr. Sleep. Sequel to The Shining, starring Ewan McGregor. One of the best movies I saw last year.
And I think
one of the only movies I didn't see last year.
I gotta watch it. I think it's on HBO Max now. I gotta watch it.
I do believe it is on HBO Max.
Yeah.
Fucking Space Ghost Coast to Coast is on HBO Max.
Yeah,
yeah, it is.
That's awesome.
Throwing that
Nice.
bitch on the
I
list.
saw a tweet today
Replace
that
Ellen with Space Ghost.
I saw a tweet. Yeah. Replace Ellen with Space Ghost. That's a great idea.
Oh,
Love
fuck yeah. And then Kristen also adds negative shout out to A Good Marriage. Boo.
Yeah, that movie sucks.
I don't
It's not
even
very
know
good at all.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't remember much about it. I just remember that when it was over, Nicole and I are both like, that was some real horseshit. It was not good at all.
Was it a Stephen King thing?
I think so,
Yeah.
yeah. But it's just not very good. There is a Stephen King one on Netflix, though, starring Tom Jane.
Oh, I watched that one at my parents' house the day after Christmas, and it was the most depressing shit I've ever seen in my life.
Fuck, what is it called? Shit.
What the fuck?
The
Called
Mist?
1911 or something?
Yeah, something like that.
No.
Now, he was also in The Mist, and that is also a very, very depressing movie. 1922.
Yeah, when you said Thomas Jane and depressing,
Yeah.
my mind just went straight to The Mist.
But that's also a Stephen King thing. But yeah, that was. But it's called 1922 on Netflix. It is. Whew, it's a real bummer. It's
Yeah,
good.
it's
but
like-
it is a real bummer.
The Thomas Jane and his son murder the wife, and then just the rest of the movie is them just dealing with that and hiding it and their relationship. It was fucking bleak.
Yeah. Yeah. And
So
all
a real
because
Christmas movie, right?
Yeah, a
Yeah.
real like this was something I forget what she thought we were going to watch, and she puts this. My mom puts this fucking downer ass movie on, and as it's finishing, me and Mary are putting our fucking shoes on. It's like, it's time to go.
Oh, I thought this was the Great British Bake Off.
Right.
Yeah, it's very good, but it is very bleak. All right, so I'll go. We're going to do shout outs to the MCU for being great for obvious reasons.
Great.
We're going to shout out the Flintstones for kicking this whole thing off, and for also being great, because that is a really fun movie. Rosie O'Donnell notwithstanding, like the Flintstones movie is a lot of fun. The effects are really cool. They do a whole lot of cool throwbacks to the show. Like it's fun, and John Goodman is great. Rick Moranis is great. Pretty much everyone's great except Rosie O'Donnell.
Release the non-Rosie cut.
Yeah. Release the un-Rosie cut.
Replace Rosie with Space Ghost.
Yeah. And then also one final shout out to Battleship for being a thing that exists. Remember when they made a fucking Battleship movie?
Yeah, I sure
and
do.
they did it. When spaceships dropped those little cylinders out of the sky.
I remember when they released Rihanna's script list, and it was like fucking
boom.
Was it like 10 words?
Yeah.
Something like that.
It's not great.
They were all like exclamations.
All right, so list proper. This is in no particular order. Really surprised no one put this on here yet.
The Addams Family and Addams Family Values.
Oh,
I specifically didn't put it on my list because I knew you would say it.
It's so good. Like it was great then. It's great now. It holds up like crazy. Super funny. Everyone in it is amazing. Raul Julia is a goddamn inspiration in that fucking movie.
A dynamo.
He's
yeah, if only that was his
Oh my
last
God.
role and not M. Bison.
Yeah, he's incredible in these movies. Although to be fair, everyone is. Like everyone's firing on all cylinders in these fucking movies. And even the sequel is really good. Maybe not as fun, but Addams Family Values is also really good. There's some fun stuff in that movie too. And then Knize gave it a bit of a shout earlier, but I threw the Brady Bunch movie on here because it's really fucking funny.
Yeah.
It's got a
It's
great
really
cast.
funny.
It's got a great cast, and they do the thing where, you know, they're the Brady Bunch, but they're in like a contemporary, you know, whatever the fuck 90s world or whatever, but they just live and act like they're this cheesy cheeseball 70s sitcom family, and like, you know, they don't know it's weird. Like, so like, all the neighbors are like, why do they have AstroTurf on their lawn? It doesn't make any fucking sense. And Gary Cole's great, offering up like his cheesy sitcom dad advice to everybody, whether it's important or not. He's like, the thing about children is they're like little people. To this guy.
And it's got like all the greatest hits of the Brady Bunch in that one movie.
You get your Todd Glass, get your Marshas.
I was
They just
blown
did,
away.
didn't they?
Mary loves the Beverly Hillbillies movie. She's never
That's
seen
a good one too.
She's never seen the Brady Bunch movie, and I think the Brady Bunch movie is far superior, but similar tones.
Yeah, the Beverly Hillbillies is pretty fun though. Like, it's that one and like Addams Family and the Brady Bunch all kind of came right around that same time, and they were all pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
There was a sequel to the Brady Bunch, Jose, but it's not as good. It doesn't have the same
punch
oomph to it. Yeah. Put the 90s Ninja Turtle 1990 Ninja Turtle movie on there because
oh my god!
I think it's just
I just can't believe I didn't even think of that.
Motherfucker, I said the Ninja Turtles movie too.
Yeah, I said it. Yeah, the whole thing.
He's like, yeah, but I didn't listen to you.
Just like my home wife, my work wife doesn't listen to me either.
Who?
You know, I said I said it when we finished watching it for the podcast. We did a commentary many moons ago, but I think, and I maintain, I think that 90 Turtle movie is probably the best Turtle movie you can make.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think you know, and it's not just because I like it. Like, you can like a thing and be like, oh yeah, but you could have done this, and better. But like, I don't see how you can possibly improve on that movie. It kind of does everything right.
I do have a good feeling about the reboot that Seth Rogen is spearheading.
Yeah, he could do it. He could definitely do it.
He does good stuff.
Yeah. So
He could
we'll
get
see. Put the Machete It movies on there because they're kind of the gold standard of adaptations, I think, of our time.
I thought you were putting Machete on there.
Yes, the adaptation of Machete. Machete kills. Yeah, for sure.
Well, I mean, Machete's a good adaptation of a fake trailer.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, that
technically
is
it
true.
counts. Machete don't text, as we all know now. Next up, I got Detective Pikachu on there because I wanted a game one, and that's like the best game one. If you wanted to see what a world of Pokemon would be like, it would kind of be like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they kind of nailed it, and Ryan Reynolds has got it's a really fun performance. And the kid who plays like the lead in the movie, he's great too. Like, they're all really good, and they're all kind of taking it seriously, but not super seriously. Like, it knows what it is, but that thing that it is happens to be pretty damn good. And then, echoing what Jose said, I got to put Scott Pilgrim versus the World on there. Maybe just because it was fresh in my mind after last week's soundtracks, or whatever. But like, that movie is wild because it's a good adaptation of the source material, but the source material is fucking crazy too because it's this world that, you know, happens to follow video game and anime rules for no apparent reason, and they never address it. Right? The fact that you can fight a guy and turn into a pile of coins is just a thing that's accepted and they don't talk about it. Like it's not. A
Yeah,
thing that
nobody's
comes
ever
up.
like surprised somebody just
Yeah.
exploded.
Yeah, into a bunch of change.
Yeah.
Just a thing that happens, and it's not crazy when the fucking vegan guy goes Super Saiyan and fights Scott in the hallway. That's just what this world is, and I think the way that they deliver in the movie is just super fun and makes a lot. It's just big dumb fun. It's like, probably my favorite Michael Cera performance ever.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
And,
No, I would put that at This Is the End, where he asks people, "Does this smell like cocaine to you?"
Oh, that's true. He is good in that.
I do like that. I like that. Man,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Whew, This Is the End, you guys. Is one of the,
With another Rihanna award-winning performance.
Yep.
It's not often that we leave a theater and my wife looks at me and she's mad at me, but man, she was not happy walking out of This Is the End. And I'm like, the movie was great. She's like, fuck you forever. That was awesome. She was not a
I
fan,
went in
you guys.
thinking it was aliens.
I think everyone did. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it was, I don't know, it's so much better.
They turned that swerve, and I was like, high five. Well done. You clever bastards.
She did not like the flaming dicks at all. She was not into the flaming dicks.
She
was not
didn't
into.
dig the tandem chaining? They gave them her...
I know, they got her boy in there, yeah.
Yeah.
He said, G.I. Joe fucking loves me. Right. All right, what's up next on Discord, Knize?
Vetter, dishonorable mentions to the Masters of the Universe, G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra, Mario Brothers, and that latest Fantastic Four movie.
Hey, you know what? You watch your goddamn mouth about the Mario Brothers, because we looked at that recently. It turns out it's fantastic.
It's true. It's true. I still need to finish up that edit that happened right before
Oh, that's right.
Toys R Us and before I went into the hospital. I'm going to shout out the book-to-film group like Silence of the Lambs, Lord of the Rings, Princess Bride, the Stephen Kings and the like, and stick to TV shows and comics. So number 6, Sin City /300, a pair of Frank Miller graphic novels
300.
that were wonderfully adapted to film. Adapted to film. The stylization was true to form and beautiful. Number 5, Flintstones, the movie that started this idea. It's incredibly accurate to the cartoon. Number 4, The Addams Family. This was a great surprise for a franchise. I probably enjoyed it more than the TV series.
I love it.
No doubt. Number 3, Wayne's World. SNL skits usually don't make for good movies. Shout out to MacGruber, but this was good enough for a sequel. And
Shout out to Ladies Man.
The sequel's decent
Dude,
too.
I fucking love The Ladies Man.
I have never actually seen The Ladies Man, but I love I love Night at the Roxbury.
We should follow up. Ladies Man followed up by Pootie Tang.
Okay.
I don't know.
No,
Tim Meadows.
Pootie Tang's canceled now.
They canceled Pootie?
That was Louis C.K.
Oh yeah, Louis C.K. directed Pootie Tang.
Well, yeah, but you can still, but it's Chris Rock's thing.
You gotta separate the art from the artist.
You can do, but you can do Pootie Tang without Louis C.K. I think of Chris Rock as Pootie, attached to Pootie Tang before I think of Louis C.K.
That era of Chris Rock. That era of Chris Rock, Louis C.K. was writing a lot of his stuff for him.
Well, all right. Well, he's going to start a new era without him.
It's true.
Let's go.
Number 2, Watchmen. Maybe controversial, but I love this. Almost a shot-for-shot remake of the series, and I personally like the change from Squids to Dr. Manhattan.
I'll buy that for $1.
I would agree up until the point where I saw the Watchmen TV show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that did change the game.
They did
The
Squids.
TV show changes the game.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And then number 1, The Fugitive. I absolutely love this movie and can't wait to binge the new series coming out. Isn't the new Fugitive on fucking Quibi?
It sure is.
And guess who stars in that, mother? Keefe.
Yep.
Keefe on the Quibi?
Yeah.
Keefe on the Quibi. He's the Tommy Lee Jones.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. I'm legitimately interested in Quibi.
I feel Mahoney. That doesn't surprise. I feel like they made Quibi for you.
I know, and
I think you are the target audience for this dumbass platform.
I think that it might be it might be the data they collected with TikTok.
Could be.
It's the shower tablet app.
But
Yeah.
you fuck out of here with Quibi. Get the fuck out of here. Like, the Peacock started showing up on my PlayStation. I'm like, fucking no. Like, no one's gonna watch that.
Apparently, Peacock has a free version, so that's kind of cool.
I thought
I'll
Peacock
never know.
was only the free
Yeah,
version.
it's just called P. You gotta pay the extra $15.95 to get the cock. Hey man, I didn't come up with the name. You better talk to the same guy who came up with HBO Max and Go.
And then when you cancel the service, but they still keep charging you, that's when you only get the cock.
So you definitely get it that way.
No, that's
Yep.
called CBS All Access.
TBS All Access is when your social anxiety prevents you from canceling, so you just pay it for a year.
$86 to watch the Super Bowl halftime show. It cost me
try a new-
$86 to watch the Super Bowl halftime show.
Next time, just send her to the Super Bowl.
Try our new app, just a tip.
Denim in the chat says, "Hey Mahoney," in the Discord rather, says, "Hey Mahoney, you ready? I've been working a lot this week and currently working now, so I'm just gonna give one. Wayne's World.
Thanks for checking in.
What?
That's it.
Am I ready for what?
I
To read his list.
For this controversial
Oh, to
pick.
read his. Okay.
Get it?
I don't get it at all.
Get
You
that?
can't read his list.
Ha!
It's that
Can't
fun
get it,
bit.
You're blocked.
It's that fun bit that you two, as friends, have going between each other.
Blocked message.
All right, what you got, Mahoney? What's your list?
My list. All right, hang on. I gotta flip over to Google Docs.
You read it, Juan.
Shout out to 21 Jump Street. Shout out to the Charlie's Angels movie. Shout out to The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, because I love that movie.
Solid. Yep.
And shout out to Wild Wild West, because the song is a banger.
Wait.
Yeah.
Hartman's version or the Will Smith's version?
Will Smith's version.
Well.
Yeah. That song is fucking great. I dare any of you to turn that song on right now and not have a good time.
Okay, fine, but that movie is a steaming pile of shit.
Yeah, no, that movie's horrible. That movie's absolutely horrible.
Yeah, but what about
But
that
it
cool part
literally
with the
says
giant
on my
spider
list,
segment?
Wild Wild West, only
Wild Wild
because of the song, because it's a bop.
What was the bit that you did with the Wild Wild West song?
I used to tweet it out line by line a lot.
A lot. Like more than
A lot.
once.
Like frequently. I have a great Twitter. FYI. World. Mahoney_D. Come follow me. Number 6, Clue.
Oh, bummer.
Solid.
Clue is great. And a good adaptation, an actual good adaptation of a board game. Number 5, the live-action Scooby-Doo movie.
Dude, I fucking love that Scooby-Doo movie.
That movie's amazing. I love
Yeah.
that movie.
Yeah, it's
Like,
great.
this list was hard to narrow down. I started out with like 25 things, and then I had to narrow it down to like, I'm not going to count, like, I'm not going to even bother including something that I didn't read or experience whatever it came from.
Same.
You know, this is like, I don't know if it's a good adaptation. I don't know anything about what it came from. Number 4, Jose had it on his shoutouts, but Casino Royale, the new one from 2006. I've read that book. I've seen that movie. Both the book and the movie are great. Love them.
Fuck yeah.
That's going.
Number 3, The Maltese Falcon is a book that I have also read and a movie that I absolutely love.
And that's
Maltese Falcon is from 1941. It has Humphrey Bogart as Sam Spade. He's a detective. I love detective movies. I love mysteries and all those things in general. And it has one of my favorite scenes where Humphrey Bogart, who's like 3.5 feet tall, just ridiculously short, but he's being led into this room, you know, to meet with like the bad guy boss by this henchman. And the henchman's got his gun on him, and he's leading him in. And the minute they get in the room and he sees the boss, he just immediately spins around, like takes the gun and then pulls the dude's suit jacket over his arms so that he's just flailing like a child and just like dismissively pushes him away. Like, fuck out of here. Like, that whole time he was leading him along, he was like, okay, yeah, sure, unlock the door so I can get in and talk to the guy, and now I'm all done with you. I'll take that gun and you can go sit in the corner. And it's wonderful. Number 2, we talked about it on one of these lists, but Mission Impossible, the first one with Tom Cruise and
classic
John Voight and all that.
Yeah, we talked
great.
about that a little bit when we did top 6 90s action movies.
Yeah. I loved that show. Like, that show still holds up. If you can find that show on streaming, and I'm sure it's on one of these services, like, that show's actually enjoyable and you'd probably like it. And number 1, we talked about the MCU a lot. I'm going to specifically call out Winter Soldier. Because that movie's great, that comic is great, like, that storyline is great, and that's a really good adaptation of it.
Yeah.
Best comic book movie ever made.
Yeah, I would be... I mean, I certainly enjoyed Endgame most of anything, but, like, Winter Soldier is phenomenal.
Yeah, that's a front-to-back great movie.
Yeah.
Well done.
Well done.
It's a damn bop.
It is. It is a bop.
I'm telling you right now, when you're done listening to the podcast, go listen to Wild Wild West by Will Smith with whatever. Who's the group that had Cisco in it before he did the thong song?
Drew Hill.
Drew Hill. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I pulled it up on YouTube, but it's 4.5 minutes long, and I'm sure there's probably 1.5 minutes of skit at the beginning of the video.
Probably.
All right, I got Shark's list.
Go for it.
Here we go. Shout-outs. Ready Player One, Godfather. Wow. You're going to put Ready Player One and Godfather right next to each other? Oh, my God.
You know, the classics.
Films of equal standing.
Any Stephen King novel turned movie. Prince of Persia. Oh.
I was going to fucking joke about that.
I just watched that movie like a month ago, and I've got to tell you, it's not that good.
He also
I thought Mahoney would have put Prince of Persia on his list just because.
It's not very good.
And he's also got Rampage and the Disney animated series of the 90s based on their films.
Wait, are we talking Rampage starring the former wrestler Rock,
Yes.
or Rampage the 90s LA racist cop drama starring Woody Harrelson?
He's talking about the one with the giant ape.
He's talking about the one starring the CGI monsters that made Kristen cry.
Dig it.
Shark says, I'm breaking the 2 movie part on 2 of them just because to me they're the better adaptation of the product. So bending the rules here, Shark. Number 6, Detective Pikachu. Game to movie, just a really fun movie. My son and I saw it together, loved it. Got him and I to want to learn the game. Number 5, Sonic. Jim Carrey is the best Jim Carrey he has been in years. Just loved it. No, he's the same Jim Carrey he's been for years. Number 4, Highlander, the TV show. I'm not sure if this is an adaptation or a continuation because Christopher Lambert was in the original movie and the first episode, but then never mentioned again. Plus, the show was so much better than the movies.
I want to give him shit for this, but I really like the Highlander shows. I'll let it slide.
I do enjoy that on the list of movie adaptations, number 4 is the Highlander TV show.
He said, fuck it, he's breaking the rules. Number 3, and this is back-to-back weeks where Shark put this on his list. Requiem for a Dream. You need therapy, son. Book to movie. I've only seen it 2 times. The first time was so brutal that I only watched it one more time to show my wife. And still to this day, some of the scenes are just burned into my brain. Well, wait until you can show both of your sons.
Oh, God.
Number 2, The Infinity Saga. Comics to movies. Don't need to go into this much more than the amount of detail and time to weave a story that takes place over 10 years to culminate in a way that I was able to start the franchise in a theater with my mom and dad and end it in another theater with my sons and wife.
Oh, that's nice.
And number 1, cool. MASH, the TV show. I never could really sit down through the movie, but the TV show was the show I loved to watch as a kid. I wanted to live in the swamp, name of the tent where the docs lived, and even nicknamed my summer camp digs the Swamp.
Swamp.
Alan Alda is a national treasure.
I have nothing but questions about this list.
What's
all over the place?
What's funny is I originally said that, like, I think it was Vetter who asked, does the Simpsons movie count? And I was like, not really, because it's more of a continuation. And then as I thought more and more, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, Wayne's World is kind of a continuation. So all bets are off. You want to put the Simpsons movie on there. There's so many movies that are blank the movie. Fucking put it on there. And instead, Shark's like, you know what? TV shows.
I don't know what it was about MASH, but like I watched, like we talked about this one week. I watched the Monkees TV show like every day of some summer vacation,
Yeah, I've
and
seen
MASH would come on, and I'd be like, "No, fuck out of here! No, I'm not watching this."
Give me back some Davy Boy.
Yeah, the Monkees show was great.
All right, let's see. What you got, Kelly? You haven't gone yet.
I haven't gone yet.
What you got?
All right, so first off, shout out to The Shining. This only gets on shout outs and not the main list because for the main thing, I only wanted stuff I've actually like read,
right?
Or whatever it's adapting.
Yeah, I
have not read The Shining book.
Yeah, I kind of went along the same lines. I didn't want to put something on my list that I wasn't aware of as far as the adaptation goes.
Yeah. So my number 6 is the Masters of the Universe movie. It's both an adaptation of He-Man and some Jack Kirby shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Gonna be like a Fourth World movie originally, and then they're like, well, what if we make it He-Man?
Fuck it.
And Skeletor fucking rocks in that movie.
Kind of does. He looks good.
Yeah.
I heard that as Skeletor is fucking rocks in that movie.
I mean, not wrong.
Take that, Grayskull. I'll fuck all your holes.
Through your peephole and your peek hole.
Number 5, Jackie Brown. I really like the original book, Rum Punch, and Tarantino does a lot to change it, but pretty much did it purely so he could get Pam Grier in the main role. So the changes all work.
Foxy Black Mama.
Yep. Yeah, that's a great movie.
That is a great movie.
And if you've never read the book, I recommend it. Pretty much most of Elmore Leonard's books are worth reading. Number 4, Akira. I think that movie does a really good job of adapting the 6-volume series as a whole, and really kind of just became the definitive version of that story.
Yeah, get into something that's digestible in 2 hours and kind of works. Yeah, that's tricky.
Yeah, it holds up really well on its own.
And just gorgeous.
Oh,
just
God,
gorgeous.
yeah. It still holds up. It's just a beautiful movie. Number 3, Blade of the Immortal. This is Takashi Miike's 100th movie, which is cool in itself. And it does
I watched that on a plane. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah, that movie rules. Yeah, and it does a great job adapting the manga, which I love. And there's an anime of it now, and I need to watch that. Number 2, Sin City. Visually one of my favorite movies ever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a perfect adaptation of a comic. Like it looks like the comic in every way. And I don't think you could have done it better.
And amazing performances from top to bottom in that too.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, probably like Bruce Willis's best performance in the last decade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
or at least the last one. The last one you gave a shit about.
Yeah. Mickey Rourke's awesome in it.
Dude, Mickey Rourke's the fucking man. That kind of put him back on the map a little bit.
Yeah.
No Sin City, no The Wrestler. No, but
Yeah.
I'll say that. I'll say that for sure.
Yeah, no, I'd agree. God, now I just want to watch Sin City. And number 1, Detective Pikachu.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. It took the game, which, while the game wasn't that great, I thought it was one of the best representations of a world with Pokemon in it. And it took that, improved upon the game and managed to still keep a more just a well-realized world of what it would be like to have Pokemon in it.
And it's in continuity with the fucking first anime movie.
It sure the fuck is.
So it's an adaptation and a sequel.
It is. Yeah. No, it's a movie that I am still so happy it exists, and I want them to do more.
Maybe if people wear fucking masks, they'll do more.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want more Detective Pikachu, wear a mask.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if you don't want Detective Pikachu, wear a mask.
Right. Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
You guys see where they're putting Mulan on Disney Plus, but for $30?
Yeah, that's horseshit.
That's kind of a lot of money.
I mean,
depends because how many people are going to end up watching that one off the 30.
Yeah,
but like
20 bucks.
No one else is doing it for 30, and also is Disney Plus that thing I already pay for?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's kind of weird to put it on Disney Plus as like, and you have to rent it from me. Like, I wish they would have released it through somewhere else. Like, just release it through whatever. Amazon or iTunes or whatever I want to pay to rent it. Like, wherever I like to rent my movies
It's
from.
like that ESPN Plus bullshit where you have to have ESPN Plus to buy the UFC pay-per-view.
Yeah. But, like, I don't know. Like, $20 is the going rate, but, like, I'll pay $30 to see Mulan. I've been dying to see Mulan. That was one of the movies I was most looking forward to this year.
I'm definitely not going to pay $30 to see Mulan because on Disney Plus, and they'll just put it on that shit in, like, 3 months.
Yeah, that's fine.
Remember when Onward came out? Like 2 weeks later, they're like, everything's fucked. Here's Onward on Disney+.
Well, yeah, that was special circumstances.
The last movie I ever saw in theaters.
You mean those special circumstances that are still happening now? You mean nothing's changed since then?
I really like that movie.
What does Mary Knize have to say?
I'll take my wife, please.
All right. That's what I was throwing to you.
Well, shout out to Hidden Figures, which Foxy Black
Holy
Astronauts. Shit. She has the book, but she hasn't finished it. Anne of Green Gables, the 1980s movie. Yeah, we were literally talking about Anne of Green Gables this week, so that's fucking wild.
Hilarious.
And basically every Disney princess movie, Mary Poppins, Alice in Wonderland, Winnie the Pooh. Number 6, we watched this tonight, because I had never seen either of these movies, but The Princess Diaries. Just watched this tonight and remembered how much I enjoyed both the movie and the book when I was a teenager. That movie is weird, you guys. It's wild. Like, not only just, like, the story and some of the scenes and some of the acting, but some of the directing choices are really odd. Like, at one point, fucking Anne Hathaway is having a conversation with her friend, and Anne Hathaway steps behind a tree, and the shot holds on the 2-shot of the friend and the tree that's blocking Anne Hathaway. Like, what the fuck is going on? It was something. Number 5, Breakfast at Tiffany's, a Truman Capote novella that's a bit darker and less elegant than the Holly Golightly we get in the Audrey Hepburn movie version. I adore the film, not so much the novella. Number 4, Jurassic Park. I remember my dad had a copy of Jurassic Park, and I wasn't old enough to watch the movie when it came out because her parents were strict about the PG-13 rating. So I snuck the novel out of the bookcase and read it instead. Great movie and great book.
Feel like a real piece of shit when I think of Jurassic Park for my list. Yeah, that's pretty obvious.
There's too many. There's too many. It would need to be like a top 30.
Yeah.
Number 3, Princess Bride. I never read the book, but the movie is one of my absolute favorites, so it gets to stay on my list.
Solid.
I just watched that movie last week, and I know I've seen it, but like one time when I was, 8, so it barely even counts as having seen it.
I feel like I remember reading the book, and it's got some weird meta shit in it, because it's Arthur Miller, I believe, wrote The Princess Bride, and a lot of the book is in Arthur Miller's voice, not only telling the story, but also like talking about his life, if I recall correctly.
That's odd.
It was weird. Number 2, A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. A little bit of a stretch. This movie was inspired by a real Esquire interview with Fred Rogers. It was nominated for multiple Best Adapted Screenplay awards, so it counts. And it was also the movie where I had to fucking shush that lady and she walked out because she was doing text-to-speech on her phone in the middle of it.
Shout out to Mary for being the only person to find an adaptation of an Esquire interview.
And then number 1, the Harry Potter series, written by Anonymous. Just my favorite. I can't help but love the books and movies, despite JK Rowling being a fucking piece of shit.
Oh, we're talking about JK Rowling.
JK.
Yes.
Just JK.
Yeah, it's JK. I'm here with some hot takes. And now if we're talking about genders, then maybe now I'm going to say I'm a cookie.
See? Like, you know, at the beginning of
Hang
Harry
on,
Potter...
I need to go writing more about wizards shitting in the streets and then magicking it away. What a literary genius I am.
At the beginning of Harry Potter, it was like heartwarming that it was like, oh, she was homeless and living in her car, and then, you know, she wrote this story, and, you know, now, what a success. And then, like, now you're like, yeah, I kind of am starting to realize, like, why she was homeless and living in her car at that point in her life.
You know, JK Rowling isn't my real name, and I submitted the book under a different name, and they said no, but then I changed my name, and they took it and put it out.
You're like, oh, she was evicted on purpose.
Yeah, it's like, oh, like, so she was just a massive asshole who stumbled her way into a book.
I hope none of the people figure out what the goblins are supposed to be. You know, with them being all the bankers and whatnot. They control the money, is what I'm saying.
I'm sure that's just a coincidence.
With their little hooked noses.
Cancel.
Oh, God. Jesus Christ.
I'm not wearing a mask and I'm in Walmart.
You sound like fucking Hoggle from Labyrinth.
0.
Who's that?
Zero in the Discord. Shout out to
talking about McGonagall.
Jurassic Park, The Godfather, The
Luna
MCU, and
Lovegood
more.
was a character I made, and everyone's like, this is an okay name. And then they put it in the movie. And no one ever once said, hey, maybe this is all just horse shit.
Oh my god. Another one where somebody put The Godfather right next to the MCU, and that's gotta burn some fucking bridges, I'm sure.
I also love that Zero gave a shout out to and more.
And more.
Pretty good. Yeah.
Shout out to
All right.
Julianne Moore as well.
She's really like an adaptation of her parents. If you
Yeah,
think about it.
I mean, she was in Hannibal, which is an adaptation of Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah, she was in her mom, and then she wasn't, and you know, shout out.
She was in her dad as well, and then
Yeah.
he was in her dad before she was in her mom.
Ah. Okay, presented in the order you thought of them. It's getting late. This is getting nuts. The wheels are falling off, gang.
Oh, we fucking started with no wheels on this car.
Put the wheels right back on.
Negative shout out to Tim Burton's live action Alice in Wonderland.
Wheeler kiss the Thatcher kiss.
Growing up, I wanted a Burton-made Alice movie so bad, but not like this. Not like this.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is awful too. Like on paper, it sounds like a great idea.
Yeah. Yeah, but
But on eyeballs,
Yeah.
it's like,
yeah. All right, so it says Mortal Kombat 1995. The movie is so bad it's great. The one song is enough to make the whole movie worthwhile. I think that Mortal Kombat movie is actually a pretty solid adaptation.
Yeah.
The first one, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very.
And the second one is really not good.
Sketchy CGI, you know, they cast Aguilo as Raiden, but other than that, pretty damn good.
But Goro looked fucking cool.
Goro was cool.
And the fights were cool. Muppet Christmas Carol, the best version of the Christmas Carol. I agree.
Absolutely not.
Godzilla, King of the Monsters, America's best attempt at a kaiju movie.
That almost made my list.
1996 is Romeo and Juliet. Putting Shakespeare in modern day isn't anything new, but none have pulled it off quite as well. My costuming class even spent a whole week studying it as an example of putting your own spin on a play.
Love
me,
love me, say that you love me.
Starship Troopers from 1997, an amazing movie from a garbage book. And lastly, and this is then spoilers, Punisher Warzone. Listed just to upset Knize.
God damn it. Why would you do that to your poor list?
Noise
shit.
be like, oi! You there!
Punisher
Shit
Warzone
in the street!
Punisher.
Then he put a bonus list.
The spoiler tags to make it disappear.
Then he put a bonus list of awesome adaptations into anime. So this is gonna get weird. All right, first we got Steins Gate. Anything with character designs by Fuke is great.
Fuck yeah.
And then Clannad gives him all the feels.
Make Mahoney read the next one.
Yeah, what's the next one, Mahoney?
Hang on. I gotta scroll down. The next one is Bake Monogatari.
Not bad.
I mean, not far off.
What?
It's Bake Monogatari, but you
No,
were
that's
really
not-
close.
That's not
It's
correct.
Michael Nod.
Bake Monogatari.
Sounds delicious. Monogatari.
Yes,
Bake Monogatari.
it's Japanese for bake a single guitar.
Make a single guitari. Wow.
Greasy Wapadego.
Next up, we got One Punch Man, then Fate/Zero, and then lastly, Nichijo. Nichijo, you motherfucker!
Now
One of
say
the
it as
best.
Which division of G.I. Joe is Nichijo?
Kelly, now say it as JK Rowling.
Oh, it's Nichijo.
Oh God! All right, and
Don't
then
anybody like me anymore.
What they say in Deadwood? Something celestial?
Oh my god. The fucking slurs on Deadwood are something else.
Very creative.
Jose's like, I'm impressed.
Yes, we were both impressed.
all right, take us home, Jose. What's the Egg Madness got for us?
All right. I don't have a list. I'm just throwing some shit together. Number 6, Infinity War Endgame. Number 5, Dread. Number 4, Lara Croft Tomb Raider XXX, starring Chanel Santini. Wonder Woman, a XXX parody starring Chanel Santini. Avengers
Big fan, this guy.
versus
Big fan.
X-Men XXX. Number 1, Honey, I Swallowed the Kids. I don't know if that's
Hold on.
hold on.
Your connection went out as you were reading the title. Let's get a clear read of that.
Honey, I Swallowed the Kids.
Oh, God.
Put that in the intro.
Yeah, sure. Connection went out. Let's get this. I don't know if it's an actual thing, but it should be. I haven't seen the porn parodies yet, but I will. Listening to you guys, I realized I forgot a lot of shit. Shout out to Under the Red Hood and Conan the Barbarian.
So his
Under the Red Hood is really good.
His number
damn
one.
It, I was so busy trying to be a smartass, I forgot animes and adaptations too. Fuck. Oh well, I don't have time to do that shit. So my bad. Shark was right about the Highlander. The TV show is awesome. That show made me want to trench coat so bad.
Love it. And because I'm me, I had no choice. I'm like, who? I don't know this Chanel Santini. And turns out it's because she's not exactly in my lane of films. But you know what? Good on you, Larry Magnus.
I wasn't for sure. That name didn't ring a bell to me either. Let me double check on this.
I'll be real surprised, Jose. It might not be your lane either.
Santini.
Are we talking about gender fluid? There we go.
She's got a pretty solid piece on her.
She's pretty hot.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, there's
she's packing a hog.
What are we looking at here?
Get out of here, JK Rowling! No!
JK Rowling is not going to be
JK Rowling, you fucking turf! Get out of here!
She got pee-pee.
Yeah, I don't think she's gonna be a fan at all. Not a fan at all.
Here I was helping him, gonna have a wank. And the woman got a pee-pee.
Oh, I forgot. August 5th. August 5th, 2020.
August 5th.
My favorite day.
Oh my god, that was a lot of fun. A lot of fun, and a lot of
wait,
unique
we got one
ones.
more. Somebody sent a TikTok.
What?
No, I just wanted a nice clean one. Put that in the intro.
I got TikToks if you want to watch them, Lee.
We don't. We definitely don't.
All right, that's
God
fine.
damn it.
He said, "Shut it down."
Whew, my god. All right, it's getting late. Let's talk comic books. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, first, what are we doing next week?
Oh, right. Next week, this was Knize's idea, and
Yes.
I really like it. I'm super on board. My kids are back to school now because my fucking school district is insane and starts things at weird times. And
yeah, the more you tell us about the school system by you guys, the more I'm just appalled.
It sounds insane.
Oh, yeah.
Shocked.
I'm an actual genius. I came out of this system, believe it or not. It's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, so what they're talking about is I was bitching because yesterday was the first day of school on a Monday, and 1:30 whatever, they're like, oh shit, you got to get some afternoon delight because the kids are in school, haha. And I'm like, yeah, that's a great idea, but they're home. The first day of school, you drop the kids off at 8, you got to pick them fuckers up again at 10.
What?
It makes no sense whatsoever. And so they went today all day, they'll go tomorrow all day, they will not go at all on Thursday, and then they'll go a full day again on Friday.
Doesn't make any fucking sense.
That's the first week of school.
Friday off.
Yeah, why don't you just take Friday off instead of Thursday off?
Nope, no school Thursday. School on Friday.
The thing
Straight
that
up dumb.
blew my mind more than anything was the 2-hour and 15-minute bus ride.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
absurd.
Oh yeah, when my kid rides the bus, it's 2 hours and change before she gets home.
She might as well just stay at school.
Yeah, really. Just sleep. Wait
Yeah,
there
because she has to
till
take-
the next day. I don't understand how they have somehow convinced your town that 2 hours and 15 minutes on a bus is just unavoidable and just the way it is.
Yeah.
Well, she has to take her. She has to ride the bus from one school to another school, but they pick up more kids, and then that bus goes to our house eventually.
Well, how far from the school is it to your house? Just on a normal
7 miles.
How many school buses you got in your town?
I think that might be part of the problem. Maybe not enough.
Yeah, I'm guessing a single school bus.
Yeah, yeah. It takes in the morning. It takes us 12 minutes to get there.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's nuts. It's fucking crazy. Needless to say, we're looking at different options this year because we don't want her in a fucking germ tube for 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, at that point, I would just call her an Uber or a Lyft.
Right.
Or better yet, she could start working Uber or Lyft.
Yeah.
It's a fucking magic thing there. So, given this time of the year, back to school nonsense, Knize came up with a great idea to say top 6 school memories. And I'm going to put the caveat in there that they can 100% be bad ones. I think that a little, let's explore some good times and also some trauma next week.
Yeah.
Now, are we doing top 6 or pop topic?
Top 6, I would say.
Let's do top 6. Yeah, top 6. And I don't want any of you motherfuckers to give me 6 happy, friendly rainbow lists, because that's bullshit. That is not the human experience. That's not what we're looking for here.
Yeah. When
We
I'm
want that
laying
real.
in bed at night, not able to sleep, I'm not thinking about all the good times I've had in my life. I'm thinking about all the times I was terribly embarrassed.
Yeah. Oh man, see you just said that, and one came back to me. Oh man.
I think I'm gonna throw this out there. I think we all do our lists. We all do our top 6, and then we vote on which one is the absolute worst. Like the most traumatizing memory.
Yeah, I'm writing this one down. We don't forget about it. And this one I'm writing down is actually not one that happened to me, but I was there for it, and there's a lot of follow-up that makes it great.
Hey. It's good memories.
Yeah. Okay, so give us your top 6 school memories, and we'll talk about them shits next week. All right, now let's let comments get the fuck out of here.
I'm quite keen on comic books, especially the ones about superheroes.
Oh, that was real bad timing. I think I would have muted that or something.
What?
Sorry, everybody.
Jose never does.
JK
Yeah,
Rowling,
fair
can you erase that cough?
Hold on.
Hey, I didn't cough. It was me.
Coughagus. Disintegrators.
Oh, look, it never happened. I thought
The
it was so
cough
clear.
never happened.
Oh, I thought it was so clear. What have we been talking about?
We've been talking about the devil's work.
Oh, okay, yeah, the devil's work. Right. Okay,
Making
real
people with
quick.
peepees that shouldn't have peepees.
Mirka Andolfo's mercy over an image is really cool.
Anyone in there have a peepee that shouldn't have a peepee?
I don't think so, but I'm not gonna say no, JK.
Acceptable reading material.
We don't know what's going on under these dresses. You never know. There could be peepees under there.
All right, we'll keep an eye out. Let me know.
I'll let you know. I don't think so, but here's the thing: can neither confirm nor deny.
You can ring me at my flat.
I will. I'll send a raven if I see a PP where there shouldn't be one.
Stay vigilant.
It's really good. And the only other one I want to talk about really is the Empire Savage Avengers one shot Kelly turned me on to last week. That shit was fun. Venom was kind of in it as an afterthought. Like, he didn't even have to be in it.
He was just kind of there.
Yeah. Just kind of there and not really talking like Venom.
No,
not really
not
acting
one
like
bit.
Venom. But yeah, it starts out with Conan, who's made his way to Mexico City, watching some lucha libre, really not satisfied with the way that they're fighting, and then a bunch of plant guys fly out of the sky. He's like, "Cool, now we're gonna fight." And you see Conan do some pretty cool shit. Like, he sort of fights lots of guys. He drives a semi truck into a bunch of plant dudes and then sets it on fire. It's pretty cool. It's a good time.
Gets a guy to drive a tractor through all the plant guys.
Yeah. The guy gets killed by one of the plant guys. And as he's dying, Conan's like, "Quick, teach me how to work this before you die, so I can drive into these other guys." It's pretty cool. It's good. And Greg Smallwood drew it. It looks really great too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's all I got worth talking about. What you got, Kelly?
Nothing. Let's call it a night.
Word. Anything worth talking about, Knize?
We watched both Sister Act movies and the first episode of Muppets Now on Disney Plus, which is pretty good. So the concept is, I don't know if it was set up this way before COVID or what, but Scooter and Kermit are video conferencing to get the show together, and then it's basically they steal the formats from a bunch of different internet shows. It's actually pretty fucking cool. Like, some of the jokes don't land, and Kermit definitely does not sound right. But
Who sounds more right, Kermit or me doing JK Rowling?
You as JK Rowling, because that sounds perfect.
Yeah,
yeah, meant to be.
Like, you kind of
she's here.
You kind of caught me off guard because I thought that JK had called in to the Popcast. You had somehow given her the link to the Google Hangout.
Hold on a second. Forget a kiss.
So yeah, I would highly, if you're into Muppets, I'd highly recommend it. There's a fucking cooking show bit, like a top-down internet cooking show bit with Swedish Chef that is the best part.
Love it.
What you got, Jose?
We finished Monk completely. We finished.
I hear Monkey Scooby Doo.
Well, Monk is Scooby as fucking dudes can get Scooby in.
We share an Amazon Prime account, and recently Amazon Prime made it so that you could have your own profiles. Before this, we've all
After
just been
10 years?
Yeah, we've all just been sharing the same profile. But I pull up Prime the other day, and what is looking back at me but fucking Monk?
Fuck yeah. Because Monk knows what's up. Monk, and then we finished Bates Motel. If you finish at season 4, it does perfectly go straight into the movie. If you go into season 5, they kind of take it wherever they want to go. So if you want to go on that journey with them, watch season 5. If you want to go straight into the movie, stop at season 4. But definitely do recommend Bates Motel. It's a trip. It'd be trippy.
Bates Motel is what I used to call it when I got left alone in the house as a child. Actually, not a child, young teen. Hang on, I need to workshop that joke.
6-year-old Kelly letting himself in after school.
That's awesome. All right, what you got, Mahoney?
So I've been watching The Americans on Amazon Prime, which is great. Very good show.
I hear it's great. Yeah. Yeah.
Greatly enjoying it. I'm almost done. Problem being, there are entire plots involving the Russians that I have absolutely no idea about. Because, as we all know, I multitask when I watch TV. And so there are entire characters, storylines, like things about the Americans that I just do not know. Every so often I'll catch a scene and they'll start talking in Russian and I'll read the subtitles and I'll be like, I don't know who this person is. Like, there's one guy who's vaguely familiar when I see him. He's been on the show for 2 seasons now. I do not know his name. I do not know how he fits into the story. I know absolutely nothing about it.
That's Greg. He brings lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah. No idea.
No. He's on the Russian. It's Gregor. It's Gregor. He brings lunchor.
His name is Griff Garrison.
Who the fuck is Griff Garrison?
I kicked him out.
It's really good. Other
I can't
than,
imagine. No. God damn it. I can't imagine having that be my experience with literally anything that I'm watching.
It's fine. It's fine.
Knize, hang on. Knize, I need to talk to you over here.
Okay, yeah. Shh.
How do we get Mahoney to watch all of Being the Elite?
Oh
Being
my God.
the Elite. Being the Elite sounds like a KKK movie.
What's the prequel to The Americans?
But this is how. I mean, he won't even recognize Cody when he shows up.
The only way to do it is you have to scrub all the wrestling references from it. But I think that
okay,
might
so
be
it'll
easy
be
to
like
do.
the RoboCop cut that
Yes.
his dad made.
Yes.
But
Can
for
you
Being
put
the Elite.
if you put the wrestling pieces in subtitles, I probably won't notice them.
Okay.
And I would like to point out, I watch everything with subtitles for the most part. I am not opposed to reading the screen. It's just that I'm not
opposed
looking.
to focusing on the screen.
I'm just not looking at the screen. So, sometimes I can't.
Mahoney is like, oh man, I hear Parasite's really good, but the thought of watching gives me a panic attack.
Lee, that is so accurate. That is so 100% accurate. I want to see that movie so bad, but I cannot bring myself to watch it because I don't know that I'll be able to focus
You
on
need
it.
to watch it, but like with your, you need to give the phone to Lisa and have her put it somewhere.
I don't know that idea makes me feel very upset. I don't like that idea at all.
Oh,
Tell you what,
no.
just mail it to me. I'll hold on to it for you.
Yeah.
We need dark-skinned warrior to pump Mahoney up to watch Parasite.
I'm good at holding phones for people doing movies. I have experience with that.
I don't
Just let
like
me know.
this idea at all. I don't like this idea at all. No, thank you. No.
I think Mahoney would like the Dark Order bits.
They're great. Like the Dark Order bits.
I need to watch the Dark Order.
The Dark Order bits feel like some shit that we would put together.
Yeah.
Dark Order bit sounds like a cereal.
I would eat that cereal.
Yeah.
Yeah, love that cereal.
Okay. My face hurts. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
This is a good show. God, we're good at this podcasting shit.
Yep.
Oh shit, we've been recording this the whole time?
This whole time.
Shit.
For like 10 plus years, man.
Oh no, are people going to hear the things I said?
Yeah, but I think you like having the people here. I think you're kind of just an asshole.
Yeah, you
I
kind
do
of.
love having everyone hear my bad takes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really love to double down on those bad takes, don't you, JK?
She's got some
I
points.
fucking love them.
It's nuts. All right, so
I'm surprised
next week.
nobody put the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie on the list.
Next week, we want to hear your top 6 school memories. That'll be a lot of fun. We'll talk about that next week at 10 p.m. Eastern,
Talk about your wizard school memories.
9 p.m. Central at youtube.com/panelsonpages.
Oh,
for
Professor
Jason Knize-
Snape.
For Jason Knize, Jose Guzman, Kelly Harris, our good
Dumbledore.
buddy Mahoney, and JK Rowling. I am Emily Rodriguez. Love you. Good night. Bye-bye.
Hagrid.
Demonetize this. Demonetize this.
You fucking Google ass bitch.
Demonetize this. Demonetize this.
Fucking Google something.
Demonetize this.
Holy shit.
Demonetize this.
You fucking Google ass bitch.
Demonetize this.
I didn't want to say it.
Demonetize this.
What are you, some kind of bitch?
Whoa.
Demonetize this.
You fucking Google ass bitch.
Demonetize this.
Why you keep bugging us, you two?
Demonetize this.
You fucking Google ass bitch.
That's it. Show's over. We're done.
See you next